right.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, so
just got done.
No problem. All right, so where we left off then, you were in the Yogg funerary chamber below Calderfell, with the discordant whine of the Thinny filling your ears as the amalgamation of spirits that you know to be Legion attacks. As for the kind of wrapping up at the end of the last session there, Sarah has the Elven Veil ring and the Spiderfoot Salve on for another 8 minutes, so she's invisible rather, and able to walk on the wall for 8 more minutes. Pogo had put
She's
deafness
also
up on her.
deaf, yeah.
Are you concentrating on deafness, Pogo?
I don't think that requires concentration, but I will double check since it's been a minute. Blindness, deafness.
It may not. I don't
No
remember.
concentration. No,
Okay.
This only lasts 1 minute, so I did that right before we saw this creature. So
okay. And Arteme also put up Warding Wind, which will reduce the concentration saves if you're within the radius of Warding Wind, which is pretty big, Fox. As soon as I move us over the map, you can put the circle down so we can see what the radius is. That'll reduce the concentration check by another 1, or reduce the DC to beat, which would be 15. It was supposed to be 19, and you guys did a couple of different things with the earplugs and so on to bring it down to 16, and then the Warding Wind would bring it down actually to 15 if you're within that radius, while Fox is able to, or Arteme is able to concentrate on that. So let me go ahead and move us. I should have preloaded that. Let me go ahead and move us over. Fox, this will probably get choppy here for a moment while things load. I meant to have you hop in at some point to test this ahead of time so that I could see if the and I forgot. So I'll turn that one off.
By the time I thought of it, everybody was already in chat, so my mic was on the fritz.
It's fine. It's if there's trouble, I think so. I actually disabled what is usually the the biggest hit to performance. I already disabled that. I just turned the add-on off for now. There's another update for it, and I'll turn it back on before long. But that weather effects one, the one that puts like fog or rain and things like that over it, that one is a pretty big hit to performance. So I turned that off for now, and hopefully that'll be enough. But if it isn't, there's two other kind of layers of things that I can turn off that should make it run smoother. So let me know if it's trouble.
The map loaded, but I don't have a token, so I can't see anything.
yeah, mine's saying one thing. Or it doesn't
Really?
think I have a token. Yeah, so I see like what we've already explored through Fog of War, but I have no character on the board. Not that I can tell. It's all like that dark gray.
Same.
Is that for okay? Yeah. All right, Ben, you too then.
Yeah, it's kind of like gray. I can see the little wisps moving around. It looks like something's circling in the water around the little island thing, but I can't see any tokens or anything.
Okay.
So.
All right. I just put you back on, Ben. Did it?
Now I see me.
Okay. All right, so let me just delete you guys real quick then. I'll just put you guys right back where you were for each of you here. And that should hopefully be enough to fix that.
I just sent you a screenshot of it.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it didn't even have the light source there because it doesn't see that your token is within range of it, I suppose. Cool. All right. Let's see. Sako.
Yeah, I'm up.
Here is... Oh.
I'm up.
Right after you said that, Justin, I deleted you, so you'll be back there in a second. Let me change your token again. There you go. You should be good now, Justin and Becky. And Becky, you did have your shadow skin up too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is everybody able to see now?
Yeah, I think I was
Looks good.
farther out on the wall, though.
Go ahead and move yourself where you were then.
I thought I made it at least...
Yeah, I think she was like in the circle. Yeah,
Okay.
she's somewhere over here.
But up on
Climbing
the wall.
invisible, like a fucking sight, like a weirdo.
Yep.
All right. Then that should do it. As long as everybody. Fox, do me a favor. Try moving yourself. Oh, you're actually. Are you on the broom or something, Fox? I forget.
Yeah, I'm on the broom.
Oh,
Okay.
no, we lost our characters off the tracker.
Oh shit! The initiative order.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me having to delete them, you would. All right. Well, it'll be a new initiative then. Go ahead, because I don't remember what it was and I didn't grab a screenshot or
whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead and put yourselves in combat.
Oh no. Right.
Oh, that's right. We had that thing with a double Fox last time too.
Triple. It was triple.
Yeah, triple. Yeah, there were two even after I had removed Fox. They disappeared right after you logged out, Fox. Like after you were out of Foundry, but before then you were in there the 3 times, and then once you logged out or once you were deleted you out, then one disappeared, and then the other 2 disappeared once you disconnected. Okay, so that makes one thing interesting. I'm just going to change this is what I'll do. Do this, and we'll go that way. Cool, that'll work. All right, so... Sako, I think weren't you up next? If I remember right.
I know
Yeah, I think so.
Norok attacked the guy.
Yeah, basically...
behind him.
Yeah. But nobody else got to go, really, right? I mean, from the start of the combat...
I didn't get to go yet.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else did. I
Okay,
think...
so it was Avar, Norok, and then myself, and then I don't remember the order, but I definitely went. 'cause
You
I
did?
fought
Okay.
the wall.
Okay.
Where is
I think it was
Avar on the
Sako's
map?
turn next
I'm
or
not
something.
seeing him.
He's behind you. He's a couple steps behind you. I'll just
Okay, I'm
move him
also
up
not seeing Shok.
Okay. Shok is directly ahead of you. You guys, are nobody seeing those two?
Nah.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Let me go ahead and I'll remove them too then. There's a huge update. So right now we're on version 0.89, which is the last like major stable version until this huge update, which is a much larger jump than going from 7 to 8. We did that quite a while back. Anyways, I'll be applying that update here soon. But the add-ons that I've updated are like all updating for 9.0 for the newer version already, so it's causing some little weird tech issues in the meantime. All right, do you guys see them now?
Yep. I see.
Avar should be right behind you, Justin, and Shok is down near the ledge
Yeah,
in
we
front
see
of
it.
you. Cool.
We still don't see Legion though. I don't know if you put him on there yet or not.
Oh well, shit. Yeah, he was in there too. So let me just wipe everybody out. There's a Legion, and there's a Fragment. Yeah. Do you guys? Nobody sees either of them, the Fragment
No.
or.
I'm alone on the island. Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm alone on the island. Ain't got no palm trees.
All right, he's there, and there's a Fragment right in front of you, G. I'll leave the animations off on that for now too. They're pretty minor, but they actually there's some potential performance impact on it. So until we know for sure if it's going to run smoothly for everybody on Fox's machine as well. All right, Fox. So you're just floating above the thinny a little bit, and Sarah, you're up on the wall. How high up?
I've only got like 35 feet of movement, so I think I only went up. I don't know. I think it took like 10 or 15 to get there, so probably 10 up.
Okay. All right. And let's start those. There we go. All right. Let me get the initiatives rolled for these guys. Oh, I gotta put these two back in there too. They should be visible too. Yeah, I didn't hide them. Cool. All right. So for the kind of odd adjustment for initiative here, what we'll do is we'll just start from the top, and then Ben, we'll just skip your turn for the first round. Fox 2. Does that sound good?
That'd be good.
All right. Then let me jump up here.
Oh, there's a little baby
Right.
Legion. He's so cute.
Huh?
This Fragment.
Oh, yeah, a little baby,
Baby Legion.
evil ghost. All right, what are you doing, Justin?
Okay. Real quick. Looking at Avar. How does the sound look like it's affecting him? Does he look like he's not enjoying this?
You made him put a helmet on and wax in his ears. He doesn't seem like it. Like it's definitely like this. He's tense, but it doesn't seem like the warble is bothering him that much. But he's also not concentrating on spells or anything like you guys are.
Okay.
He's got his bow pulled. He had tried to fire a shot at the Legion, of both arrows flew just wild and didn't get anywhere near him. Little flaming arrows.
Okay. Just to be extra safe, I am actually going to cast Silence on. I'm actually going to go ahead and cast Silence basically right on myself.
Okay.
So like right in this area.
Yeah, go ahead and drop. There you go.
I'm actually going to do it so it covers. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. So it covers us to the edge of the water. So if we're in by the edge of the water, then we'll be able to.
I can move it for you.
I got it too.
There.
Ah.
That work?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's basically covers the edge of the water.
First, yeah.
So,
Okay.
So that way the hopefully the sound is silent. So you can tell me if it doesn't or anything weird. But I'm gonna cast Silence. I am going to move to the back corner, and I'm actually going to move outside of the cone of silence.
Okay.
And I am going to cast as a bonus action. No, I can't do that one. Sorry. Do. Just gonna go with my old school spiritual banjo.
All right.
That does not require. I can do that. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I can't quite get it. Yeah, I can't quite get it to it. So I'm going to just kind of cast it over the kind of in the area behind him.
How far?
It can only go 60 feet for the original casting.
Okay. About
So
there.
around here-ish.
Oh, sorry. I forget you can drag it yourself. There you go. All right.
And so that's just going to appear, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to move back into the area of silence, and I'm going to kind of hang out behind Nora. Or actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to hang out right up here.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. And then that'll bring us to Shulk already went. Nazim, your turn, G. Or Sako, sorry.
Okay. So we've determined that when we strike this thing, little gizmos jump out of them, correct?
What you saw is Norok was able to. He swung a couple of times, and one time it just passed through. It didn't seem like it did anything. Another time he seemed like it connected, and a chunk of it fell off and immediately evaporated into coalesced into another kind of smaller version and started attacking.
Okay. This music that's being played or whatever's happening, is it calming this thing, or is this like another wild beast just flailing around?
There's no music being played at all so far.
A shout out to the group here. If I start tagging this thing and it starts popping out gremlins, do you guys want to try playing the music to see if it also calms the little break-off things?
I am going to bring up my hands in sign language because I can't hear what the fuck you're saying.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're silent, so
you're just
you're inside the bubble of silence as well.
You can't. Sound will not go in and out of this area.
Yeah.
All right,
Does the Rocky Talkie still work?
The caster is
Nope.
inside of a cone of silence. So let me
Yeah, the Rocky Talkies are not.
You can
Yeah,
move
exactly.
out, but you can't talk to the people inside the area either. You can talk to people outside of it. You can gesture to me.
mime.
Yeah, you pretty much
yeah.
have to.
Mime it.
Yeah, it'd have to be gestures of some sort. Yeah, Ben. As far as the Rocky Talkies, those are not a telepathic link. You're still verbally speaking.
Yeah.
So,
Telepathy would work.
It's like talking
telepathy
to a
would.
cell phone in a vacuum of space. You're still
but
talking.
actually, yeah, exactly. Nazim, you do have means of communicating as such, if you so choose.
Interpretive dance doesn't count.
Apart from the interpretive dance.
Okay.
That track's
who
a
has
little bit loud, let me turn
the,
that
who
down
has
a
the
little bit.
flute?
I do. I probably would have told you that I plan on probably using this, but I just want to put this up first.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, because it's been 2 weeks, I just want to make sure that was still
Yeah.
the plan. Like, we're just going to start wailing on this fool
Well,
and then play the music.
I'll tell you, it's
Yeah.
cool, but it's not. It's
Okay,
not
so
something like-
one of those. Let me tell you this: that one of those, Justin, is exactly what you want for the fragments.
yeah.
You don't think it would have any
There's
impact
only
on the big
one
guy?
fragment right now, so
Well,
because it is a full
okay.
action, and then I have to keep doing it.
Yeah, it does take your action to do it. Yeah.
So it's still an option. Yeah, it's.
But okay. How do I word this without spoiling
it's okay.
things?
It's up to you.
No, not that. Specifically, that things. If you split off too many fragments of this guy too fast, they'll wipe you guys out very quickly. You saw that as soon as Norok was able to hit it, one split off, and you've seen that it was hostile. But if there's a lot of them, that's going to be a problem. So keep that in mind too.
Gotcha. Don't swarm them. Okay. So I guess what I'm going to end up doing then is I'm going to use my movements. I'm going to step just outside of the cone of silence.
Okay.
4, 5. So I guess that's it there.
Yep.
So I still have, 2 movements left?
If you did 5, you'd have one more.
So what I'll do is I'll cast and then I'll move back. until
Okay.
the cone of silence.
Okay.
So I have a clear shot of both of them, it looks like. So what I'd like to do is cast Eldritch Blast. And this is an 11th level or higher. So 3 beams. So 2 of the beams I'd like to cast on the smaller broken one.
Okay.
And 1 beam after the other 2 hit. The
Okay.
3rd beam hit the main.
You can decide as you roll them, so it's not basically you could do 1 and then decide the 2nd and then decide the 3rd. That's fine. So go ahead and roll your first attack.
Sure. First attack coming up. Boom. And attack 1. Normal.
That will hit. Go and roll the damage.
Damage. This is to the little guy.
Yeah, assuming that's yeah. All right.
Second
It'd be
attack.
counted as a spell, right? Not a projectile.
His casts, his blast of, or his Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I guess I'm not sure what you mean. It is. It's not a projectile. It's like a beam, or if anything.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Because projectiles, like arrows and stuff, going through the warded wall have disadvantage.
Yeah, this is like a lightning bolt is basically.
Yeah,
what
no,
it is.
I was just making sure that my warding wall would not affect it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yep. Not in
Yeah.
this case.
I think they describe it as just energy streaks, so it's not a true
Yeah.
physical arrow or fletch or anything.
Yeah.
All right, next. Next attack. Boom.
That'll also hit.
Hit. Damage. Here it comes. Ugh.
All right. It is still up. So are you still going to shoot the 3rd one at the full legion or the fragment?
Ah, shoot. All right, 3rd one then. Let's chop this little guy down because as we keep popping these things out, he weakens. So yeah,
I think he
3rd one.
weakens. I think he weakens when we break more of them off.
That's what I was thinking too because I was
And we break
thinking
them off
at
by
first.
hurting the big guy.
Yeah.
But if we get too many, apparently they will swarm us, and then we will die. So like,
Yeah.
it's a happy medium. I'm thinking 2. I'm thinking 2 is probably the happy medium.
All right, let's do this. This 3rd one will strike the main, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get one of these gremlins off him
Okay.
or out of him.
12 will not hit.
Ah,
You send the 3rd bolt. The first 2 both impact the one directly in front of Norok. Norok, you have to kind of almost sidestep just to not be hit by this. But the spirit in front of you is beginning to tear apart, but not enough to stop it. There's another bolt that just kind of sails overhead. You see.
All right, and then I will take my final step back into the silence
Okay.
area.
Any bonus actions?
Not at this time.
All right. Then that brings us to the Legion itself. It behind Norok. Oh shit, he's got a good name there. He is going to the Norok. You kind of hear this constant wailing behind you. Enough of a warning to prepare yourself for this as he begins to swing its arms down towards you in a thrash. For 19.
Yeah. Did you adjust my AC for the new armband that I put on?
Yeah, it should be 18
Then it's
now.
18.
Yeah, it's
Or
18.
then,
Yeah.
All right, then yes, that does hit.
All right. Then that is, and you are raging, so this will be halved.
Yeah.
So it'll be 8 damage to you.
Okay.
And you need to make a. Oh, hang on. I gotta. Oh no! I think I. Oh, when I had to delete him. Damn it. It is a con save. And it's an 18. So DC 18 con save. I forgot the adjustment I made was on the one that was on the board and not the.
I like to picture Norok's head wrapped with what look like 2 giant pillows.
Just to keep him from screaming. All right, so just
Made it.
barely made it. Yeah. You feel, Ben, like as this constant just wailing of various arms and hooves and feet as it's just trying to thrash away at you. Something was trying to pull you away, like trying to teleport you somewhere. It seems like you were able to resist it, but it was difficult to do so. But
Okay.
that is it for the first attack. It is then going to spin around and who wants to roll this one? It'll be a D10, and this decides what big attack he does. So anybody, it's going to be between. I'll leave it to Arteme, Sarah, Nazim, or Pogo because he's going to be facing the other direction for this.
Yeah, not me. I'm horrible at rolls. We already know that.
It's not higher isn't necessarily better or worse in this case. So it's really just which.
I go.
Goes with the Gazarian. Choose the Stay Puff.
There we go.
All right, number one then towards Pogo. Those stairs are pretty high, actually. Just so that you guys have an idea. You know what? I think it'll be more fun if I just leave these. Give me a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Is this audio related or no?
Shit. You know what? It is a scream.
Because no sound can go through the thing.
And I'm deaf.
And we're just sitting in. I'm just. By the way, can I just talk
the
about
wall
how
of wind makes me deaf, like the warding wind. It deafens anybody inside.
and how fucking terrible or weird would it be to like be seeing all this shit and it's literally just.
you just have the only
while you
sound
stand in this fucking thing.
You have the tinnitus in your ears from all the explosions of your guys' fights, and that's all you hear.
Just hearing your own heartbeat like you're in a weird hotel in the woods. Just...
Yeah. You know what? Okay, in that I'm gonna say that you see one of the kind of this like almost tumor-like face growing out of the side of the creature that screams in your direction. I'm gonna go ahead and click on it so you guys have an idea of how these will work essentially. At least you've only seen 1 out of the 10, but it does try to scream in your direction there, and it really everybody except for Shoke like definitely kind of steps to the side to avoid it. It wasn't at him anyway, but all of you are in a place where you see this kind of audio scream in your direction, this kind of a tube almost of energy in your direction, but it doesn't seem to impact you.
Oh, sorry.
Sako?
I'm sorry.
What were you saying? No,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
interrupt.
That was the end of what I was saying. So.
It's all right.
All right. Then that is it for its turn. It is Norok's turn.
We're skipping my first one. Because I got to go.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Avar 2. Avar had already gone, so had Fox. So that brings us to the fragment.
It worked out nicely, by the way. I think that worked out pretty well.
You guys came really well prepared for a lot of this. Now,
the way redoing the first round, that worked out nicely.
Oh yeah. I don't think. I mean, apart from the awkwardness of skipping people during the first round, but yeah, just to kind of get through it here somewhat painlessly. Ben, roll a d6.
All right.
All right. This one in front of you similarly lashes out a 21. Will obviously hit then. That'll be... Oh, that's supposed to be edited as well. It's all right, though. All right, 18, so cut in half is 9G, so 9 damage. And 5... Oh, this one's potentially bad, because you are not entirely deafened. So give me a DC 17 strength save.
Hey, strength. All right.
At least that's good for him, yeah.
Ooh, sound effects. Sounds like a bird.
You can actually, Ben, if you just have yourself highlighted there, if you click in the bar there, where it's there in the chat, it says saving throw DC 17 strength, it'll automatically roll it for you.
Okay.
Oh shit! All right. Well, with the 19, that doesn't affect you either. Off to a good start at least. Because that still would have potentially hit you there. It is Sarah's turn.
Right. Okay.
So the Legion itself is floating up pretty high. Yeah, so you may need to go higher up on the wall if you're trying to hit the fragment, only because the Legion would be kind of blocking, your view of it.
Even from... I think I have one more.
No, you moved a little bit, yeah. So if you were moving, upwards at an angle there, I'd say that you'd be fine, that you'd be able to get up high enough to kind of be over what would essentially be one of many shoulders on the Legion.
Okay. Then that changes my plans. Okay. I'm going to... You said I can see the fragment from here, right?
Yep.
Great.
Now that you've moved.
Let's use... Yeah, let's do this one.
I hate to say it, I kind of partially just forgot our whole fucking plan. It's been 2 weeks. I remember we gotta wait until Norok's buddy breaks off, and then send the fucker somewhere else, and then do the thing and get the fuck out. I feel like that's what I remember.
You guys could figure it out in the chaos of the fight. That'll be a good emulation for things never going to plan in fight. All right, 21 will hit. So what was the type?
It'll do it in the damage because I gotta pick from the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So both 2s.
So cold damage.
Cold. It doesn't appear to be resistant to it as far as you can tell, but as the kind of floating orb impacts it, it crystallizes for just a moment, and then when the crystallization fades away, it is gone.
Okay, so the fragment, yes. All right. In that case.
Also, in so doing, when that happens, the Legion itself lets out a gasp. You, although deafened, you don't see this. You do see many faces on the what would be essentially skin on the creature, seemingly screaming in pain.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use a sorcery point so I can cast an action as a bonus action.
Okay.
And Psychic Glance. The big guy.
Sorcerers. Neato sorcerers. Oh, it's a save?
Yeah.
Do we have something again? Did we have some plan to make him less likely to save too?
Shan gives him disadvantage, but if he kills Shan, then it requires 3 more of my sorcery points to bring her back. So I want to save her for the other thing, for when we banish him.
Got it. That's right. I remember there's some. You're so good. I'm glad you take notes.
Definitely knows her character well.
So played. I was so confident. I'm like, I don't have to write this down. It was easy peasy.
So he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right. With a 20, he succeeds.
Oh, he's smart.
I think he still takes half damage, though. Hang on. Half as much damage, but he isn't incapacitated.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage.
7d6. And it's psychic.
Damn.
Okay. 10 of it. I needed a narrative way to describe that he is resistant to everything except psychic. Basically, everything except psychic wouldn't hurt him, except for knocking a fragment off. Psychic actually does damage to him. It's the only one that they can impact him at the moment.
That's what the.
You guys had already learned that.
Yeah.
I just didn't have. Yeah, I just didn't have a way to describe resistance and invulnerability at the same time to everything else. So.
That's why.
And in so doing, when he is hit by this, another chunk of the spirit separates and immediately flies in your direction and attacks you.
So
I'm
she's
invisible.
still Is this still a thing that they can see?
They don't have true sight, but specifically the ability is that they afloat to immediately attack the attacker. Give me. The Psychic Lance would still have some amount of visibility. Does it describe it as a shimmering lance?
Yeah, she unleashes a shimmering lance.
Yeah, so that part at least is visible. Roll a percentile dice. I'm going to say that it would probably not be able to see you, but at least have an idea of what direction you're in and go there. So you won't get the attack
or something. Yeah.
Literally, I was going to say 75 and up to be potentially bad. It floats in your direction and is kind of looking around, trying to find you. Not able to attack you though.
Okay, that's movement, but I'm done. That's
all right.
it.
Okay. Then, at the start of the next round, Ben, roll a d4 for me.
Ruh-roh.
Anybody concentrating on anything currently?
I'm concentrating on silence.
Okay. Specifically because of the unique circumstances of you being inside of it, you don't have to make your concentration check. All right, 1.
I'm concentrating on warding wind.
You are not in the silence bubble, but...
No, but I'm in warding wind, which makes me deafened.
But it's not just audio, though. There's a vibration to it, especially since you're right above
Okay.
it. It'll be, with warding wind, it's a DC 15, Fox. So it's a concentration, so it's just a constitution save, but you're trying to retain concentration, so 15 and up. And Azim is not, and Sarah is not currently so. 9. Warding wind does fall, unfortunately, Fox.
Damn it.
Good news is there's a bubble right behind you, girl.
Yeah, you can step into that at least once your turn comes up to definitely mitigate at least some of this. There will still be bits of this, well, you'll see, that it won't help with. But with a 1, Ben, you don't see what happens there. But the seal that all of you are in this kind of big field, you can kind of see this kind of shimmering layer on the rocks essentially all the way around you. You feel like the radius of this seal is much larger than just the rocks. It's not the wall itself. It's just that the objects within it are kind of covered in this seal that is preventing the Legion from escaping. But the seal itself, so basically you see this kind of shimmering wave crossing over the seal around on the rocks and the walls all the way around you, shimmers, and let's see, none of you would be able to see that. The Legion disappears for a moment, and there is a terrible scream coming from behind you. Arteme, Sarah, actually Sarah's deaf, so Arteme and Norok and Shok would potentially hear this, of a violent, just constant thrashing, kind of like the thrashing you guys were being attacked by the Legion itself, that it seems like it's hitting the seal, because every impact, when it hits it, the sealed, the shimmering color on the rocks all the way around you is flashing, as if, think sci-fi movies when something's hitting a shield, you know what I'm talking about?
And it sounds like it's coming from behind us?
Yes, it sounds like it's coming from essentially where you guys came in. And
farts.
And then teleports back to an adjacent. There are 5 of you plus somebody roll a d8. Ben, go ahead and roll a d8.
I like it when you choose.
just easier than
I don't know, guys. Who's gonna randomize this, and then people might get mad.
Who wants to kill the party?
Who wants a little bit?
Yeah, who wants responsibility for that? So that makes it Pogo. The Legion then reappears right in front of Pogo. After it had smashed, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here so you guys can understand what is happening there. I'd say that from context clues of seeing, hearing that the assault on the seal itself, and then seeing him teleport back, that's essentially what you would gather from the context of that.
If he's going to try to attack me physically, I'm going to use cutting words on him.
No, this wasn't his turn. This is just a round thing that he's doing. At the start of every turn, he's going to teleport to the weak spot where you guys passed through the shield, which is why the Death Knight was not wanting you guys to be able to come in here. The point at which you entered through it, is think a tiny pinprick in a balloon slowly letting the air out. That is a weak point, and he's attacking it. If he's allowed to do it 5 to 6 times, it'll break, and then he's out.
Yeah, what's the worst going to happen, guys? Let's not dwell on the small things.
Only the small things.
The teleportation thing is not a spell; it's just a thing he can do, right?
Yeah. Anywhere within this, he can teleport himself.
It's just because of what he is.
Yep. And that brings us back to Pogo. Go ahead, Sarah. No, go ahead.
I was say, have we determined what type of a creature this is?
You mean creature type, as in
undead, fiend?
Yeah, it's undead.
Undead.
Yeah.
So some of my new neat stuff and a lot of your stuff probably isn't super terribly.
I got this, guys. We're good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
He does have legendary resistance too, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Fogo.
So I am going to, seeing this thing up behind me. Is it within melee range? If I try to leave it, do I think it'll be able to attack me?
Not yet.
Because
yes, he would be. He would be. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's actually. Here, that's probably closer. So his square is actually already touching yours, but I just made him a little bit bigger to kind of make the art reflect that.
So I am going to. How tall are the ceilings in this room?
You're in like a little.
Question. Does silence, because it's 20-foot sphere, does it hit the ceiling? So I'm blocking sound.
It's pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close to the ceiling. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a little thing he's got to be thankful for, I suppose. Shit. Well, what to do? As a bonus action, I will first move Spiritual Banjo. You know what? I better save this just in case I need this bonus action for something more important than that. I'm going to move move around this creature, staying kind of within its grasp until I can take a step outside of my bubble.
Okay.
And then I am going to. And I feel like he's not going to be terribly. He's going to be pretty strong against a lot of things. Oh, I'm so scared of using this goddamn flute because I got to keep playing it.
Well, you can do it again every turn. It just takes charges. So.
And I've already seen him when he gets attacked and he breaks off a thing. That thing like immediately goes to what attacks him. So I'm gonna probably get attacked if I try to do something here, regardless.
If you hit it, yeah.
Okay.
At least from what you saw for when Norok did hit it, and then when Sarah, hit it while still hidden, the creature tried to attack her as well.
Okay. So I'm gonna do something a little out of the box here. I am actually gonna step outside my silence bubble, and I am going to cast Thunder Step. And even though I am within range of Avar, Thunder does not work inside the silence. And I am going to upcast it to... I'm just going to upcast it to 5th level, just to see what happens here. So I'm going to cast this, and I'm simply just going to... so he's got a 18 con save.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move myself back into the bubble with the second part of it. Just on
you're just going to teleport into the bubble? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Staying
17,
myself into the bubble.
All right.
So he would take... Or, I don't know. He'll take however much damage this is.
So you hear the blast, but only just for a brief moment as you reappear on the other side of it and are immediately deafened, appearing inside of the sphere there. If you hold shift and then if you click yourself, you can use the arrow keys to turn yourself, easily snap to directions to. The explosion blasts behind you, though. He doesn't seem hurt by it, except that another fragment of the creature does separate off.
I'm also going to use like hand gestures when I re-land to try to tell Avar to shoot the little one. Like pointing at this fucker that's right in front of me.
Okay, all right. As you are pointing at it, you see that the fragment of the Legion that are float in your direction, immediately trying to thrash at you.
And I'm also, if it's attacking me, I'm going to use my cutting words.
Okay, all right. It got a 22, so go ahead and roll your cutting words. It's a D8, I think. D8 or D10 now? Oh, wait, nope. That's not going to work because... Oh, he wouldn't be able to hear you anyways.
He wouldn't be able to hear... Well, I guess it doesn't actually say I have to...
all right. Yeah, it doesn't specify.
I'm just going to flip them off, I guess, and try to confuse them. I'm going to do like a little magic trick where I take 2 fingers and make it into 2 fingers, 1 finger on each side, just to try to confuse them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The little hand passing thing.
2 to 1 on each side, like a little magic trick.
All right, roll your D10. Mark off your inspiration, and roll a D10. Oh, shit. Down to, 14? Yeah.
Yep, that will not hit. And I mark off my Bardic Inspiration, and that is my turn. Oh, wait, no, it's still my bonus.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just going to move Spiritual Banjo over to now the one that I can see over next to Sarah.
It is up a little ways, but it's within range as long if it moved up at an angle.
He's about 30 feet, so I think it's pretty close. And then I'll go ahead and roll. Jesus, it's been a while since I did this. Did I do a bonus action? No, I guess this is just all my turn. This is just a very long turn.
Well, all you did was Thunder Step and then move your banjo.
Nope, that will not hit.
Well, cutting words is a reaction, but...
Yeah. So I did a bonus action reaction.
14 will not hit, yeah. All right. Or 8, rather, will not hit.
That is it for me.
All right. That brings us to Shok. Shok is going to whirl in place back in the direction of the one behind you. And attack him with his great axe. It's actually his great sword, but I keep forgetting to change it off of him. That will not hit. Second attack. Also not hit. That is, he's actually going to running up the steps, trying to get around him, trying to interpose himself between himself and Avar. Although
would he get any kind of plus or anything for being like surrounded by us? Like, would he get any advantage or anything? Or not advantage, but, like,
It'd have to have
additional-
been directly across
okay.
to be the +2, and he is now, but he didn't move first. So
Cool.
that is it for his turn. That brings us to Nazim.
Okay. Quick question here. We determined that this isn't undead. We determined that the little break-off things were also undead.
Yeah.
When he was breaking off these little gremlin things, did we notice that they just appeared around him, or do they just magically appear anywhere on the map?
So attacks.
Yeah, they break off from him, but as far as mechanically concerned, they don't. They basically immediately teleport to the person who broke them off and attack.
Gotcha. So it breaks off right next to him, then they just teleport to person
Essentially,
X.
yeah.
So, real quick, I know Norok's looking for someone in particular. Would Shoke also know this person? I feel like he also knew who this person was.
Yeah, for sure.
The one that was, because it's the one that is like it's carved into the mountain, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the stone heads that are carved in the mountain outside.
Do either
which you were all have seen.
First one look like him? Do either of these look like this person?
No.
Okay. God damn it.
Yeah, if anything, there isn't one head on the thing, but one of many heads that you keep seeing reappear has these kind of growths of these 3 horns up the top center of its. Imagine you guys know what tieflings look like. I don't use tieflings in my games, but technically, right? So the kind of demon person kind of thing. Ben, you remember Ligeis in Seventh Saga?
Yeah.
Like that kind of style of horns. Sako, you may remember that as well. I don't know if you ever played that one. But anyways, that kind of the first the 2 ones, and then there's one in the center that also goes up and back. And the stone head of core out there has stumps where those would be. Where basically the 3 kind of almost 3 across the front, essentially. 2 in the regular place, then 1 in the center.
Forrester.
Is it Archer?
Yeah.
What you doing, Sako?
All right. Where Legion is currently standing, is he within striking distance of the door, the weak spot, or does he?
No. The weak spot is way back.
Far away.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It's way back. Like where you guys first came in when you jumped down into the hole, it's back there.
All right. So what I'm going to do then is just take a step out of this silencing circle, and I will cast Magic Circle reversed at a higher level. So I'm going to cast it 4th level.
Okay.
So Magic Circle lasts for 1 hour, and within that Magic Circle,
it's a long cast time though. It's like a 1 minute cast time.
1 minute.
I think we had this before.
Yeah, click it real quick.
Yeah.
Don't, but tell it don't consume the spell slot. But click it and put it in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's a long cast time. It's a super useful spell, but it's the kind of thing that you have to put up early.
Yeah, it's a 1 minute.
Yeah. 1 minute.
How can that possibly only be a 13 charisma save? That doesn't seem to make sense.
That's definitely not. Yeah, I would need to check the math for that because his DC is much higher than that. It's probably 17.
Yeah, because mine's 18, so I'm pretty sure yours is close to that.
It might be 18 by now, yeah. Yeah, the math is definitely wrong there, but either way, yeah, it's a 1 minute cast time, Sako.
Do you think we have time for that, guys? Or not at all?
10 rounds.
You just talking, I'm just pointing my ears.
It'd be 10 rounds, Sako. I mean, so even just the assault of him hitting the field out there, you only have 4 more rounds, maybe 5 more rounds before he breaks out. And you haven't hurt him that much so far.
Gotcha.
Because only 1 fragment's been killed, and he doesn't look visibly.
Does it seem like it is at least getting weaker the less fragments, or is that the fragments are like not associated with the thing's strength, like its power?
I'll put it to you this way: that you guys saw Becky.
Yeah, when we killed the first fragment, he screamed in pain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got
once
it.
the fragments are dead, then it causes.
So we gotta kill a shitload of fragments.
Yeah.
And
So
your
that's
psychic-
yeah. Psychic damage will still harm him. Nothing else really. It's from again. This is from the Vast Air Edition, the stuff that you know already. But otherwise, if you kill the fragments, which you can hurt with anything, the fragments can be hurt by anything. Once the fragments die, that's when he takes damage from them. He can reabsorb the fragments as well.
So he's trying to go to the entrance from where we came?
Yeah, he teleported back to the entrance, like literally the place that you guys entered this chamber on. So when you jump down into this floor, he jumped back there and attacked it multiple times. And then, basically, if he's able to do that 5 to 6 times, meaning essentially you have 4 to 5 more rounds, and he'll get out.
All right. So then what I'll do then is I'll cast Synaptic Static then. It is a 20-foot radius, so unfortunately I don't think I can tag the little guy on the stairs because it would also hit Shok and Avar, I think. Let me put this up here.
Do you have to cast it at a creature, or you choose a point within range?
Okay, I'm going to cast it at Legion, and I think that's 20 feet should be fine.
Well, so you don't need to choose a creature. You choose a point within range. This is where the kind of subtlety of how it's worded is particularly useful and in your benefit. You don't need to point it at him. You can point it at the ground behind him far enough that he would be within the 20-foot radius and nobody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's do that then. Just behind him, just to make sure he's tapped.
Okay.
I'll use a Synaptic Static. And
intelligence save, score of 2 or lower can't be hurt. He is higher than that. 8d6 psych is on a failed or half as much on a success.
And thoughts are muddled for 1 minute.
A number rolled from its attacks and ability checks. Okay. That second paragraph there, I'll tell you, you don't know how much impact that'll have. I'll tell you that it will, but because this isn't one creature, it's a little more complicated, I guess, if that makes sense. It's an amalgamation of them, so it's not one creature you're trying to affect. But your math is definitely completely, not yours personally, but the math on your character sheet is definitely wrong.
Yeah, what the fuck up, man?
Yeah, this isn't anything you did, obviously. Let me look at that one real quick. What level is that? There it is. Oh, no, it's Warlock spell anyway, so... Why are your saves all messed up here? It says spellcasting modifier. It's set correctly, but the number is wrong. Your spellcasting modifier... So let me put that in my notes to fix it afterwards, Sako, but for now, I'll just tell you what your DC is, and then you can, just make sure that that's what we're checking it against. Because that 13 is definitely way too low. Fix Nazim's spells modifier.
Yeah, it says armor class 13, spell DC 13 on my sheet.
Yeah. There wasn't one of the big updates that I was referring to earlier. But that doesn't affect... It's not supposed to affect it there. Anyways, though, it would be your proficiency modifier plus your charisma, or it's a charisma in this case, which is 5. So it'll be plus 10. It'd be 18 is your spellcasting modifier. So we'll roll it for him real quick, see if he gets an 18. 21. He still concedes, but he does take half damage. So go ahead and it is psychic, right? Yep. Psychic energy to explode. Cool. All right, go ahead and roll the damage. And you'll still take half of it.
It says I have no available 5th level spells to cast this.
Oh, no, what's wrong with your character?
Yeah, it must be. It must be this feature update because it's specifically the D&D 5e, whatever the rule set, which it's a packed magic slot you'll use. So just I don't think you've used any others.
No, it says I have 0 level 5, 1 level 6, and 3 packed slots.
The packed slots are all of your spells. No, that is 100% right. Actually, all of it, you would have 0 of any of the other levels.
Gotcha.
The only one that you do have is your packed slot.
Gotcha.
That's how warlocks work.
Let me chuck that then.
Here, I just removed all of the other slots. So just, you know what? It probably would work now. I just deleted the 6th level slot, but I'll mark that down to 2. Right. Down to 2 now for your pack slots, and go ahead and click the damage in the chat. All right, let's see. All right, that is applied. You do see the faces on the creature do scream as this kind of ball of psychic energy damages him from behind there. He's not visibly damaged at this point. You're definitely hurting him, but he's not like falling apart at all yet. Any bonus actions?
Not at this time.
All right, that brings us to him. Nazim, go ahead and roll a d8 for me. It was just 1, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll just use the first one. It was a 7. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Sarah. He can't really get to Sarah easily. He's going to float his way over. He'd really be above Arteme, like up directly above. So I'm just going to move him right here, Fox. So he's actually technically, on the same square as you. He's just up.
Do we get any? Oh wait, no, I don't have a reaction, but I already used my reaction.
Yeah, he'd be kind of he'd be
too
moving.
far away.
Yeah, he'd be moving upwards anyways, so he would be kind of outside of the melee range for most of you anyways. If you do have... So, Nazim, you actually have Warcaster, so you could try to hit him... Oh, sorry. When you hit him with Synaptic Static, you, of course, knocked off another fragment, which immediately would fly and attack you. Which is now an initiative there, too. So, he will try to thrash you, though, as he separates to attack you, Sako.
Ooh,
21.
Jeez.
That'll hit, I assume.
Wait. Let me ask something. If it matches the DC, then it still hits, right?
yes.
It goes to the runner, whoever's casting, whoever's making the attack. Yeah.
Shit. Then,
19 damage, Sako.
although,
What's up?
is he hitting me?
No,
No.
hitting Nazim.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The big one is about to hit you. I had forgotten to split off one of the fragments that after Sako had hit the main guy. So 19 damage to Nazim. And then
down to 89.
Okay. And then the big one, though, floating above Arteme. Shit, actually, as he's passing, he would still try to thrash Arteme. So Arteme, this will be against you. 23.
I saw
Any good reactions, Fox?
I have no reactions at all. They're all useless.
Only 12 damage, so
Wow,
it
not
didn't
bad.
hit that hard. Yeah, that's a low roll for damage. So only 12 damage, but a DC 18 con save, Fox. Not with that.
She's within 30 feet of me, though, so that doesn't
Okay.
count. Oh, no, wait.
Do you
let me see if
need-
that's a reaction or not.
Well, not just a reaction. Do you need to be able to? Does she need to be able to hear you or anything? What is the ability?
I think so. I think this is just them being so close to me, but let me double check.
Is it your bountiful luck thing?
Yeah, Bountiful Luck. When ally you can see within 30 feet rolls a 1. On ability check, saving throw, you can use your... nope, already used my reaction, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Okay. All right. Then all of you see as the creature's floating by Arteme. It seems like the kind of main, head portion of the creature is not even paying any attention to her at all. But some of the kind of legs and arms and hooves and appendages that are sticking out of its right side just wail away at her as it's passing. And it does so, she disappears.
Oh boy!
And since most of you are deaf, you're not even gonna know what happened.
I'm staring at the two things. I have no idea. Maybe Shoke. Maybe Shoke saw it happen.
I mean, he's
I
focused
smell
on fragments
Avar
too.
urinating in his pants.
Arteme, you should still be able to see yourself, or you should now. I
I see. I changed location.
Okay, yeah. So you were... Something happened, and you were teleported away. You could, yell to let people know that you're there or whatever, but otherwise, those that are deaf are not going to be able to hear you anyways, especially with the noise coming from the thinny as well. You pretty much just know... Well, I mean, he's still got beeswax in, too, and he's, like, in the middle of the thinny.
Also, remember, anything... I don't know where she is, but if she's before us to the left, nothing goes through the silence either.
Oh, true, and you do have pretty much that whole tunnel, yeah. So no sound getting in or out, I guess. But
at the time, because he can only get the attack on one side or the other.
Yeah. But after the kind of thrashing occurs, you see one of the main faces of the Legion kind of lean out, facing in your direction. I've checked, Sako, there isn't one. The pop out thing doesn't have support for this specific UI add-on, so there isn't one for that. At least not yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a different add-on that still, looks nice and is functional, but has, pop-out support. Anyways, it leans in your direction, Sarah. This one does seem to be able to see you regardless. The smaller ones don't, but this one seems to be able to tell because it is facing right in your direction. Probably a little unnerving because what it's about to release is potentially really bad. So go ahead and roll a d10, Sarah. All right, 2. All right. Well, roll a 17, DC 17 con save. We might have a serious problem here.
Con's not great.
I hadn't even thought of this possibility. Oh shit. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna click it so that you guys can see what this was going to be, and you guys can kind of figure out what would have occurred there.
I should have fallen off the wall.
She's up on the wall.
I'd still be stuck on the wall because it's the spider stab on my boots. I'd just be like laying half down.
Yeah, I would say that you would start to fall off to the side though, and then depending on how duct tapey the spiderfoot salve is, whether you'd stick or not. Yeah, I'd probably give you like another chance at a save, like a dex save of something, to see if you could stick to it enough.
Luckily, I don't think she ever went that high on the wall, so she wouldn't be.
Well, no, that's not the problem. The
There's
problem is not
below
that.
me.
Yeah, she would fall into the thinny.
That's right, the thinny.
Yeah, so it would be a much larger problem than just kill this thing and then maybe get out of here, because she'd be in the spirit realm. All right, that brings us back to there'd be a whole other bit of the campaign to figure out at that point. So I hadn't even really thought of that happening potentially. So good thing that you were stuck up to the wall and rolled high enough. Back to you, G, and it is actually your turn now. So we had to skip your other turn, but it is your real turn now.
And when Norok goes up to the thinny, spirits come to like make a path for him. He can walk on the thinny, but he's the only one so far, right?
You also saw them stand there for Avar, but not for Shok.
Okay. Not for Shok. And how about for any of the rest of the party?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, Artemis had to float over.
Double check. Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
You guys ain't.
I know. Yeah, we need Jesus.
We need Jesus. Do I feel like if I stopped in the air like this, that I'd be able to stay there, or do I feel like when I'm moving, do I got to feel like I have to keep moving, or would I even know that when I cross?
It does feel like you're literally walking on people's backs, so there is some give, like you start to sink a little bit. Like it feels like it wouldn't be stable for very long, but if you don't just stand there for 10 minutes, you'd probably be fine.
All right. I'm actually going to wait here then, because I can't actually reach any of them, and I'm going to use my stick of stars on the fragment dude that's in front of Sarah.
That's looking for Sarah.
You can run to him too, using the spirits, I think.
He's up in the air though.
Okay.
Because she's up on the walls. Yeah. The fragment that was trying to attack Sarah, was in the area around her.
Oh, this could be bad.
Well, if he gets
the fragment is within 5 feet of me, right?
Yeah.
Yep, this could be bad. Sorry, honey, but I hope you don't hit.
Well, it does automatically anyway. It's
it's magic missile. So,
how many? Magic missile won't hurt you. Why would you?
No,
why would you?
But if I'm within 5 feet of blood, then I lose a turn and I am no longer invisible.
Yep.
Well, this is a ghost thing, though. I don't think you have blood.
You haven't seen blood. Well, let me tell you this way: they are semi-corporeal, so they are like fleshy bits. But you haven't seen blood, at least so far, just because they've been dead too long.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but either way, it was too late. Sorry.
As soon as she said that, as soon as you said that, Becky, I'm like, oh, she's thinking the blood.
I forgot about that. I didn't even remember. I was like, why would it matter? I can't.
No, I liked. I was proud. I was like, oh, that's cool, because that's a homebrew item that I made. That's not any regular invisibility where there's blood or anything. So
I am going to expend 3 charges, please.
Okay, roll 3d4.
Okay,
and there'll be +1 for each, so it'll be 3d4 + 3.
Is there blood?
We'll find out. We're gonna find out here in a second. You haven't seen any so far, but again, there are corporeal parts of them especially when they're hit. It'll be a low percentile chance that I'll have you roll.
What are you doing?
There we go. Sorry.
Figuring out how to roll individual dice again.
Yeah, I was hitting the wrong button again.
Yeah. All right. So 11. And Becky, roll a percentile dice. Roll anything in 26 or above.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
All right. Smallest amount of blood.
It is a geyser of blood.
It's not a fountain, but as the kind of and Ben, if you had targeted him, it would have shown the little animation things too. Not that it matters. I just like those things. If you guys actually target your stuff, at least the spells that I've been able to put the things in there for you will do it. Anyways, as the three small motes of energy connect with the creature, and it's kind of slapping it into the back, it kind of falls forward, and one of the faces that stuck out of the shoulder coughs a small bit of blood out in your direction, just enough to land on your skin, and you look down and you see this kind of spreading solidification of your skins, that's spreading out from it almost like disease, as you are no longer invisible.
Okay. And then I'm stunned.
Wait, you're not stunned from it, are you? Click the Elfendale ring.
I don't get a turn after this.
Yeah, but not stunned though. It's like you're still
disoriented. But
okay.
Yeah.
Not like you're falling. You just you won't get to use your turn is all.
The good news is Norok did 8 damage.
11. The problem is that Norok chose to unattune his only ranged weapon, which is Vulcanbreaker, to keep his sword, because the sword has some badass abilities for it, but he doesn't have any range with it. So
that's it.
Yeah. Wears temporarily disoriented, losing the ability to take any action other than movement on the next turn. Yeah. So
wait, how does an undead ghost have blood?
Because it's not been that undead for that long, and it's just part of this other creature.
Yeah. It's a bunch of chunks of undead spirits that are semi-corporeal, not fully.
I like to think of the movie The Thing when I'm thinking.
The creature that is
kind of like
supposed
that,
to
just
look
like a
very much
more
like that.
dead, darker version.
All right, Ben. Any bonus actions?
No.
You do see this kind of shadowy form appear on the up on the wall. You know it to be Sarah, of course, but it does mean that her his visibility has gone down. All right, that brings us to one of the fragments. That is, guess which one?
Oh, hey, right there.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, he is quite elated to find that you've reappeared in front of him. That was very convenient and very polite of you to do so. He is immediately going to thrash at you.
If you're such a thrashing! Ooh, good thing I got dark skin.
Well, no, that would work. I couldn't do that. Never mind.
You can't use a reaction either. You can't shield.
Nope. So yeah, that hits.
Oh. All right. 16 is your AC with your shadow skin up. Yeah. 19 damage. And make a DC 18 con save.
Oh god. Another con save.
Got to get into my safe bubble, I guess. Oh wait, no, you can't. You're already deaf, so you can't hear anything. Yeah. Oh, this is just coming up all Serafina.
You guys were doing really, really good for the first round, and now things are going real bad.
Yeah. Hey, it's okay. We got Avar up next to shoot these guys with his bow, so no one worry.
Sarah, you feel something trying to push you far away, and when your eyes snap open again, can you see yourself moving right now or no?
No.
Okay. When you are able to kind of realign yourself, you are not where you were. You do see a big glowing orb of light not far, though, and see Arteme there.
Yeah, just gonna wave.
That is it. So Avar up next. Avar is going to try to fire his bow. He's going to move.
Yeah, and I told him to kind of just shoot at these ones that are in here.
Okay, all right. He's going to try to fire at the one that's in front of Nazim there. Just wave and point.
Yep. Doing the bow and arrow. Hey!
19 will hit. 10 will not. But he also has fire arrows, so it'll be... Well, not much.
I'm giving a little thumbs up anyways.
At least hit it and did some damage to one of the fragments there. And he kind of ducks down, and you see him kind of, bow still drawn, but he's ducked down, kind of like stealthing in Skyrim, like the weird, awkward crouch, ducking down, like trying to look all around, making sure that nothing's flying over him. It is Arteme's turn.
All right, I'm gonna go to where we came in from.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast daylight there, because the other spirits didn't like the light, so I'm hoping I'll dissuade it a bit.
Okay. It is pretty far away. Like this place, remember, it was a few hundred feet. So getting like you would like it's going to take you a while to get there, like probably a few turns. Probably with the broom, you're pretty much halfway.
Fight it there and let Norak do this shit.
You're kind of halfway between where everybody else is and where the entrance is.
Okay, well, I still have the broom, so I'm gonna go by Sarah and see if she wants to ride.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah's still deafened, but I mean, if you fly by her, then you know. Broom is what, 60?
Yeah, you're heading back to the.
I think so. I don't have the broom stuff.
Becky, you're muted.
Are you heading back to the fight, or are you heading towards the entrance?
No, I'm heading to the entrance because we heard it like attacking the entrance, so I'm gonna use daylight there to try and keep it away from the entrance, so we have more time to fight it.
Right. I'm gonna head towards the fight then, because I've got psychic damage, so I can
perfect.
damage it and knock stuff off too.
The broom is 60 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right? You were about there. No, a little bit. Not that one. Where is this one? The ruler. You were about there. Yes, you can go to Fox. You can see that red one, right? You can go to about there. Yes, you still have more space. There you go.
Okay.
That's 60.
Can I see where we came in from?
Yeah, you're at the base of the stairs that are leading up to, like, you see those stairs in front of you?
Yeah.
Up those stairs is where the edge of the field is.
Okay, so I'm going to use daylight there, and I'm just going to cast it, like, on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and mark it. And then when it asks you to drop a measured template, go ahead and, whoops, wrong thing here. But go ahead and drop it in the spot. If you put it at the top of the stair, basically the edge of your field of vision, if you drop it up there to the west of you, and you click the place measure template, there you go. Cool. I'll put a big light in that area too.
Okay, awesome.
There you go. All right. That it for your turn? Any bonus actions?
No.
What are we gonna do to get rid of these 3 fucking assholes on our side?
All right. That brings us to
on them.
Yeah, I mean,
we got the other 2 that are literally right here.
Yeah, there's.
I'll start walking on them.
All right. It is Sarah's turn.
Right. Oh. My tiny little short legs are going to move 30 feet at a time.
Wait, 30 feet? Isn't it 25? Aren't you 25?
No, I took a thing that gave me
Oh, that's right.
active
You
movement.
literally took a feat to give yourself 5 more feet of movement.
Do you have your broom, or is that just gone somewhere?
Artemis got it.
Oh, damn it.
You can dash.
I know. I can't see him from here, can I?
See you tomorrow.
No, not even close. The stairs at the end go down at a pretty steep slope. Remember, these are large people that have carved this, the Yogg. So the stairs are pretty high.
That's as far as I can go. Oh, no. Nope. No, I can go farther. I am going to... Where is it? I know I got something. Where'd it go? Oh, right there. And that is 30 feet.
Oh, cool.
30 feet.
All right.
So
get yourself a little bit further.
25, 30. I'm there.
All right.
It's my turn.
All right. That was a good use of a spell slot.
So you would also still know, too, that sound does not travel through my bubble.
Yeah, you're not hearing any of the fight. You're still getting the kind of weird nasal, like make your eyes water kind of distortion from the vibration under your feet.
As I'm
But
still...
other than that,
Okay. Yeah, I was still deafened, so
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to hear anything anyways.
True. Yeah. But even if you could, you wouldn't be able to hear it through the bubble up there. All right. That brings us to one of the other fragments. It is the one that is in front of Nazim. Is going to attempt to thrash at Nazim. No. It is going to. You see a face out of the kind of the center, almost the abdomen area of this one, aiming in your direction, Nazim, and also with Pogo right behind. Nazim, go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay. Can I do a reaction to this?
Oh shit! Hang on. You know what? You wouldn't need to. It is still going to attempt this. It's not, especially the individual spirits inside of it don't necessarily know that they're silenced. Essentially, you do see a face stick out of it. Go ahead and roll a d6.
All right.
It would be a save, so depending on what your reaction was potentially, but A 1 would be you've seen this one already before a couple of times, but it would be aimed essentially like that.
Just weird ghost spit slaps your fucking face.
Well, yeah, you probably do still get spittle, like ghost spittle, but it is silent because of the sphere that you guys are in. But that is it for its turn. It was attempting to scream at you, but nothing can be heard. The other fragment inside of there, though, is going to spin towards Pogo and Thrash.
Hellish Rebuke. Oh, if it's actually a physical attack, I'm going to do Hellish Rebuke on it.
Have you had your turn yet for your reaction?
So I actually was wrong before. I do have another reaction. Oh, wait. Nope, because I used it actually on my turn. Now I'm down.
You used it. Yeah, you already used your reaction. So.
I'm an idiot.
All right, then 22 will hit, I assume?
It will hit, yes.
All right, then normal.
I got to roll a con save, too.
Yeah, 24 damage and a con DC 18.
Oh, 18.
Yep.
Trying to think if I have anything else for this. No. Is this for my concentration?
Nope. This is for something you feel like something is pulling you, and everybody else sees Pogo disappear.
It's your turn.
Okay, so hold on, because this might also affect the spell. I think. Let me double check.
You did take damage, actually. You still have to roll to keep silence up.
Yeah. Let me roll to keep silence up, because that will also.
Yeah.
Con save.
Oh.
Nope. So that's down.
Nothing to reroll. Like no cool abilities to stop that.
Not on a 2. Actually, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration as I get smacked around by this ghost. I'm gonna try extra hard as I can feel the dropping. Must not fart. Concentrate.
Yep. Oh well, hang on. It's half damage actually. So it was what 24, 12. Yeah, it was only 12. Yeah, it's either 12 or half damage or.
Here's the thing. I actually don't know if it stays up, being that far away from it. I gotta double check on it.
Well, didn't you cast it on yourself, so wouldn't it move with you?
No.
Well, I cast it on the area below me, so it's actually an area, and it is. I don't know. This has never come up.
Yeah,
if you
I don't
get
think
moved. Does it just stay there anyways?
Yeah,
it's cast it more than 120 feet away.
Exactly. Yeah, the target. It doesn't matter whether you move or not. Yeah. It stays there
so
until
the silence is still there, and I'm confused and lost, and I don't have dark vision.
Oh shit! That's gonna be a problem because he's stuck in some rocky tunnels and doesn't know where he is.
So here's the thing. I luckily it's not my turn yet, so I have a way to get there. I'm just gonna have to, I'll figure it out when I do it.
You do see a very bright light just to the south, and well, it would be basically ahead of you to the right, the direction you're facing. You can see yourself on the map now, right?
Yeah, I can see myself. I'm right there.
Yeah, so down to the right
I'm
of you.
Down to my right or map
to the character's right. Map left, your character's
map
right.
Left, character's right.
Yep.
All right, map left has light, but it's not my turn, so it doesn't matter.
All right. All right, back over here then. Let's see. That is environment time. So, discordant warbling. Anybody that's concentrating, that means another concentration check. Anybody that's concentrating and is not permanent, like deafened, meaning Sarah's still deafened, and anybody inside the orb. So that does mean Pogo, you're not in the silence anymore. So you still have to make one. DC 16 because you're not in the warbling or in the wind either. So DC 16. Arteme is daylight concentration or no?
No, it's not. That's why I chose it.
Okay.
Damn it!
All right. Well,
that's down. That's
now
down
the
anyway.
silence goes down. Yeah. All right. Silence is down. You still have the beeswax in, which is why it brought it down as low as it did.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody else was concentrating on anything, right?
I think I was just me.
Yep. All right. Ben, roll a d4 for me. You looking for the D4G? There we go.
No, it's just when I mouse over it, it's hard to actually get it to highlight, But for some reason, that one's tough. So.
All right. Let's see. Hang on. Furthest from the Legion, striking the Legion will split off. I don't understand. The verbiage of that is a little awkward. I'm going to just handle it a different way then. Norok, you see in front of you a vaguely yog-shaped spirit with those three kind of horn things coming up and over the top of the head. The full, like, these aren't just the nubs, like Korra's statue, but it basically looks like a an ancient depiction of a yog where they still have the horns. Lift up out of the thinny and immediately just screaming and flying straight at the Legion in the back there. Impacts the Legion with looks like a very ancient kind of notched stone axe, not even made of steel, not even metal, but just like a flint axe essentially. As it impacts the Legion, and two fragments split off from it, both of which appear to be stunned. You don't know if they'll stay that way, but the spear basically two fragments pop off from it and then don't move, and they just kind of are floating there in midair. And seem to be stunned. The spirit then fades, floats right back down into the thinny below.
Sweet.
And that is it for that. That brings us back to Pogo.
Okay. I am going to cast Light on my sword as my action. Oop, right. So now I can see.
Okay.
And I'm going to just start my normal movement. Does anything look familiar to me?
If you go to the right, you can. You wouldn't be able to see Sarah, especially not in shadow form. You do know that if you go to the right, your character's left, right side of the map, that is where the Legion is, where the chamber is. In fact, you can probably hear from the warble of the thinny now.
Oh, so map right side.
Yeah, to the east.
I'm gonna just mumble and like, damn it.
You do see, in fact, actually where you're at, you can see Arteme floating on the broom to the southwest.
Okay. I'm just gonna head back to wherever this fucking thing is.
Okay.
That's my normal movement, and I used my action. I am. Oh boy. That. I think I can use my bonus action with my my winged bracers. Just let me double check. Where's the dash? Yeah. So I'll use my winged bracers to dash as a bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 more feet. Oh, I could just now barely see Sarah's form. And I am still fucking 1,000 feet. I'm still like 200 feet. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. That was action. That was bonus action. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
So, good luck, everyone. my ocarina is coming.
Those of you that are in the chamber with it do see the Legion disappear immediately, teleporting far away. Really, anybody that is near the area sees the field shimmering, but not in the same way. I guess it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage, and the reason is Arteme, you see the larger chunk of the creature, the major, the biggest chunk of the amalgamation, appear within the area of the light and start to lash out at it, and then immediately try to teleport away from it, and is going to immediately attack you.
Right.
It teleports to a random person, and it just chose you because you were the closest one at this time, because he was mad about the light. 22.
That's gonna hit. My AC is 20.
And that is not rolling great on damage, at least, so 19 damage. And make another DC 18 con save.
Here's the worry.
It's going to end up teleporting you right back to the...
Here's the rub.
Might be a trip of 19 damage. Yeah, it cost you 19 damage for the trip, but he does not seem to like the light in the radius over there. He started to attack and then immediately teleported his way right back out of it. You do feel yourself shoved away from him again, though, and appear back over here. You'll see yourself again in a second. I've got to move you first.
Doesn't that technically put her closer to the fight again now, though? Kind of like a
It does. That's what I'm saying.
halfway more back to the fight.
Yeah. So it cost her 19 damage, but he kind of teleported her pretty much back, well, almost back to where she was,
Nice.
back in the area.
Well, at least
Sarah,
the daylight's not going to go out, so I'm good.
yeah, it's not concentration.
Yeah.
So with that, at least that is he
Job.
doesn't. He seemed to not like that. He didn't know it was there, so he teleported into it and then was angry. So we only got a couple of flashes in, meaning that it will somewhat significantly extend the amount of rounds that you guys have before you'll break through. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right, then that brings us to one of the fragments. That is one of the ones that's stunned, so he can't do anything. One of the ones that the spirit had knocked off. Shok, next to the spirit here, is going to interpose himself between Avar and the fragment. Make his attacks.
Yeah, as long as this bullshit's all happening too, our concentration spells are gonna suck. Unless we can.
Right, so 16 more, 15 more.
Did Norak give the other weapon to Choke, or
He did not. No, Vulcanbreaker.
we should have thought about that, guys. Next time.
next time you're fighting an amalgamation of spirits.
Yeah.
The other one, so the other fragment just came up, but it is one that is also stunned. It is Nazim's turn. So Shok should have had advantage on those, actually, or +2 rather, because he was directly on this side. But Shok across from you, Nazim, is wailing into this chunk of spirit in front of you. It is pretty significantly injured. If you can, this one is almost finished off.
Okay.
The other, the other one that's next to you is not injured at all so far.
Okay, so the one between Shok and I is injured. The one below is not.
Correct.
Okay. Looking at the distance between the spirit to my left, the spirit below me, that's right next to each other, and the spirit in the lower right-hand corner. What's the distance on that? It's like 15 feet?
So when you have if you have the head token, the little on the left on the sidebar, click that, and then you'll have a ruler that'll say measure distance. If you click that, then you can drag a line anywhere, and it'll give you the distance. So you would drag it from the edge of your token to wherever, and it'll tell you how far it is. No, not that one. That one will drop a measured template. The one you want. So let me delete that one real quick.
That's actually what I wanted.
Okay, well, if you're looking for an AOE, that's how you would do that.
Perfect. Okay.
But go in and delete them when you're done. So you just click the center of it and then hit delete. Or I'll do it for you, but just so that we're not dropping a bunch of these on there.
Close. Oh, shit.
Well, just click it and it'll be highlighted, and then hit delete.
Oh, hit delete.
I'll do them for you. There you go.
There it goes. All right. Yeah, that first one I wanted to keep that second one.
If you're doing a spell, it'll do it anyways. It'll allow you to place a measured template. So
perfect. So let's do this then. I will use a bonus action to cast Nerve Mastery to boost this next spell.
Okay.
And the next spell will be a Synaptic Static Sphere again.
Okay.
20-foot radius. So I'm only going to be able to catch the spirit to the left, below, and lower right-hand corner.
Okay.
I don't think I can catch the one on the right. I think that's just outside. But
20-foot radius would probably be just too far.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click it, and then click the place measured template. Click Nerve Mastery as well too, because I think that just gives them disadvantage on the save, right?
Yeah. And then also a boost in the thing. Let me pull it up real quick. Nerve Mastery. Boop. There you go.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Spend a bonus action to focus your mind, blah, blah, blah. Add 1d4 to all attack rolls you make, and targets must subtract 1d4 from saves you impose on them.
D4 to your attack roll? That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And to subtract a d4 from the saves that they make, so. Cool.
All right, so we'll cast that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see that also you have to lose a 1d2.
Yeah, so there's a
counter
minor penalty to it, yeah. Go ahead and click the synaptic static as well.
Okay.
Oh shit, and that lasts a whole minute.
Yep.
All right, and click the place measure template to drop it where you want it.
Actually, not to split hairs, but if I place it in a certain way, I can actually touch all 4 of them, their tentacles. Would that still count?
Well, click the place measure template. Yeah, let's hang on. Let me see where the template ends. Oh, that was a spell effect from it. That's why. Here, it's a 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. If you're dropping it here, 20 feet would be that. That's 20 feet. So, yeah, you can, actually. They're far enough in it, yeah, for sure.
Dump it. Let's do it.
All right. DC 13 intelligence for them then.
And
Or no,
then
sorry, DC
also
18.
Whatever their disadvantages too for using
Yeah,
the,
minus D4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or minus D4.
This will say 13, but it won't matter. It's just going to be...
Fail.
All right, so that will fail. That'll fail.
Fail.
That
Fail.
one minus a
Nope, that
D4.
one.
Yeah, minus a D4 means that if he gets
Oh.
under 2, hang on. He got a 2, so he fails. So one of them succeed, 1 succeed, and 3 fail. The one that's I was just going right to left, so the far left one is the one that succeeded. Go ahead and roll the damage.
It's the weakest one anyway.
It's still half damage, yeah, it's still
Okay,
half damage anyways.
Okay. So damage, correct?
Yep. Yeah, you can just scroll up and hit the damage button on there.
All right. And do I add any extra dice to this for the?
Not to the damage for it. It's just for their save or saves were already reduced.
Actually, I think it's isn't it? I could be wrong.
But the nerve mastery doesn't affect that damage. All right, 34, which is enough to, well, that worked out real good.
Yes.
So they have 30 each of these. You guys, not that the math necessarily matters, but the 3, the ones that were full health, 2 of them were stunned and just immediately dispersed. And there is an audible scream from the Legion to the far west. Now that you guys are able to hear again, except for Sarah, who's still deafened. The one who was still alive had 9 hit points left and takes 17. 4 of them are destroyed all at once. Let's see, it'd be a very significant chunk. By far, the only big chunk of damage that he's taken so far. It was 100 damage applied to the Legion as 4 of those fell. It's 25 damage that was done to each of them.
Oof.
Or 4 each. So with 4 of those fragments destroyed, that audible scream coming from the west, which nobody can really see. Pogo, you might just barely be able to see it kind of floating in from behind you. But he's not quite within invisible range, I don't think, just yet. All right, anything else, Nazim?
That is it. We've lost our silence area, so I will just move slightly this direction here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can't go out there.
Oh, you can't. That's right, because of the thing.
Yep, that
Shoot.
blue area is not solid. It'd be like walking on water. You'd fall in.
Gotcha. Then I will move this way, down to this corner.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
All right. That brings us back to the Legion itself. Then it is.
Come back and be so lonely.
Well, you're still in the middle, but he can't quite get to you. I mean, he could teleport there, but he's not going to waste his teleport on a relatively short range there.
On a title.
The little halfling running as fast as he can. Yeah. Norok, I had to move it. It takes a second for it to move all the way across the map there. It reappears kind of right behind you almost, not really paying much attention to you, except one of its legs on the side there kind of reaches out, tries to lash out in your direction for a 14. That won't hit.
Negative. No.
All right. Then it'll be Nazim, Avar, and Arteme. Shok will be just barely outside of it, I think. Sako, go ahead and roll a d10 for me. This could be real bad.
Hey, I tried so hard to get the kid to safety.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. Okay. Well, DC. Yeah, DC 17 strength save for Nazim, Arteme, and I'll roll it for Avar.
I'll probably just throw you guys way to the back, right? You're fine. Looks like I'm going to be using my lithic of life stealing thingy. Oh,
Arteme makes it. All right. And Nazim just barely does not make it. Well, so this is one of the real bad ones, guys. You saw him make this kind of a scream already at Norok, but Norok was he inside the deafening? I don't remember. He tried to use it and was Norok just rolled high enough is what it was. Shit, actually, never mind. Oh, okay. So It's just a straight line. I thought it was 10 feet wide. It's only 5 feet wide. I'm gonna let you guys choose. That's not fair. Arteme, roll a percentile dice. If it's 50 or above, it's gonna hit you and Avar. If it's 51 or above is you and Avar.
How do I do that again?
The one that's directly above the roll button that shows 2 dice.
Yeah.
Click that and then roll. And if it's 49 or below, it'll be 50 or below, it'll be you and Zine. All right. That means it's hitting Avar, guys.
Oh no.
Pew pew.
Dibs on the leather.
Well, you had a son for a while.
He never even knew.
Hey guys, come on. Let's see if unless it does twice his hit points, then we can still bring him back.
That's
Might just
pineapple
be
still the
unconscious.
safe word.
It's just so rare that we go unconscious that he might not be killed completely. We don't know how much damage.
Well, good news actually. It's not the one that I thought it was. It's not as bad as I thought. I thought this was the big bad one. This one does more damage depending on how far you're thrown.
Psychic shove.
Yeah, yeah. So this is not as bad as I was thinking. I was thinking it was the one that's like 10d6 or 10d8 or something like that, something crazy.
Oof.
Can I try and catch him if he's getting like blown back?
He will be. Well, you're going to be blown. Oh, never mind. You've saved actually. So for you, or moves up to 60 feet in any direction, is restrained by the screen.
60 feet.
Yeah. So you,
That's
since
not
you
too
made
bad.
your save, yeah, you
He's a
made your
kid.
save.
Kids are bendy.
You.
Still got that soft spot in the skull.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
Yes. So I'm going to say that he does, start to go flying past you. Kind of dig your heels into the stone steps behind you as he's still
I'm
ducked
on the
down.
broom.
Oh shit, that's right. You know what? You made the save though. I'll just say that you kind of shirked off to the right to avoid the beam, and then see Avar being kind of head over feet, cartwheeling backwards towards you. Give me a dex save. We'll call it a DC 14 to see if you can catch him. Dex check, sorry, not save. Dex check.
Does she get like an advantage if she's not wearing underwear for the extra grip?
Huh?
Riding the broom.
It's a stripper trick, I think. You can go upside down without your hands.
It was a 6. Oh, well, okay. It was supposed to be a check. You did roll a 6, but that's fine. I'll give it to you,
I
Fox.
did the check after.
I know. It's the D20 roll was a 6, though. With the modifiers, it still wouldn't have been enough. But I did say check afterwards, so I'll go ahead and give it to you. He goes sailing off. He's still going to take some damage of just impacting you and just being hit by the wall of force that smashes into him, knocking him away. But he only took 1 damage. You guys are really fucking lucking out here, because if it was the one that I thought of, I don't think he could have survived it. It would have been way too hard.
But you do amount of damage.
You managed to catch him as he goes sailing, nearly past you, almost clotheslining him, knocking him to the ground. He's still. I'm going to say that he's prone, but he is, conscious at least when you manage to stop him. And that is it for the Legion's turn. That was some serious luck there. That could have been really, really bad. That brings us to Norik's turn.
Is it alright if we take 5, guys?
Yeah, I'm good. We can take 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some water anyways.
Okay.
I thought that was going to rock us for a second there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Kind of bracing for impact.
They're gonna arrest me for child abuse, man. You took a kid and got killed by a giant fucking demon.
Yeah, that was child negligence for sure.
For sure, man. What the hell?
My new headphones don't have a mute button.
They don't?
No, they're more designed for. Well, I don't know if designed. They're but more for like cell phone type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's one button on them, but it doesn't seem.
That's probably the Bluetooth sync button.
Oh, it's not even a Bluetooth connection. This is straight through just a headphone jack.
Oh, just 3.5 millimeter. Yeah.
Yeah, super cheap. There's only like with my discount, they were like $4.12. But I just like them because they're kind of large earbuds. So like they're earbuds, but they kind of hook better on your ear. And then one of the earbuds has an entire attachable
microphone
mic that just goes out into your mouth. And I'm like, oh, that's so much better.
You can mute in Discord though.
Yeah, no more of my ears getting hot as shit.
If you needed to, though, in Discord, there's a button to mute it there.
Yeah, it's a bummer that the button in Discord isn't like the spacebar.
It probably should be. Yeah, there might be. Hang on, there's definitely hotkeys for like push to talk and stuff. There might be one for mute.
All right, I'm back.
Nope. There's a whole keybind section, dude. Yeah, there's one in there. Navigation, chat.
It's under settings.
Voice and video, yeah. So go to settings and then keybinds, and then down to voice and video, and there's a toggle mute right there. It's Control-Shift-M by default.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, just click it and change it though. Oh, hang on, maybe you can't change it. Nope, doesn't look like you can. Well, that sucks. Why bother having that if you can't change that? Who's going to remember Control-Shift-M every time? But at least it's there if you needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Salko, I'm trying to figure out why the spell save DC is wrong for yours. You had spell slots on there that you weren't supposed to have, which is probably from this last update. You basically have packed magic slots, and then you also, on top of those, as a warlock, basically when you start getting higher level warlock, your packed magic slots are the ones you just permanently have, and everything you cast is automatically at level 5. No matter what. So it's basically it's a minimum of 5. The other things you have are what are called Mystic Arcanum. So if you look under your innate spellcasting section, each of those you can do once per day, and those are your higher level spells, like your Arcane Gate and Finger of Death. Those don't take a pack slot. Those are just something you can do each of those once per day.
All right, I might need to, after the game or something, just maybe show me how to discern.
You don't need to do, you don't need to do anything. Well, I mean, they're already in there for you. It's the same section that you saw your Nerve Mastery in. Right above those, where you see Finger of Death and Arcane Gate, those those you can cast once per day. Those are just basically those are the things that you chose when you leveled up to 9 and 11 or whatever it was. But the packed magic, all of the spells that you have down there, you didn't do anything. Like it was just the update for that that gave you spell slots, and I'm guessing that's where the problem came in.
Yeah, it was different this time.
Yeah. It showed a bunch of empty spell slots below that, which you wouldn't have as a warlock unless you multi-classed.
Okay, so I can cast 3 of any of those packed magics. They all cast at 5th level, regardless of their spell. The cantrips, obviously, infinite. Just do it. And then initiate spellcasting.
Innate.
Sorry.
Yeah, innate spellcasting. Well, so those are each one is different. So the innate spellcasting, each one is a different thing. The ones that say Mystic Arcanum in parentheses, each of those are 1 per day. Mask of Many Faces, that's unlimited. Your Nerve Mastery is once per short rest, which you've used already. You see how it says uses 0 out of 1. Psychic Shove, you have once per short rest as well. Telekinetic Travel, that's always on. Whispers of the Grave is pretty much unlimited. The innate sections, it isn't, doesn't have a uniform limit across that whole category.
Gotcha. Okay. That works for me.
Then you do have your staff still, of course, too, which
and my glove, my magic glove.
You used Wall of Force on your staff. No, that would have been yesterday.
That's a long time ago, yeah.
Well, it was yesterday. You used it to keep the dragon from getting into the temple, remember? Yeah, and but that was yesterday morning, and you've had a long rest since then, so it has recharged since then, too.
Oh, it says 4 out of 10 charges. Do I have to manually put it back to 10 after long rest?
You would, but it is... No. If you do the long rest, it'll automatically do it for you.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. I think I found what the problem is. There we go. I just fixed it. All right. So now your spellcasting DC will actually show 18 like it's supposed to.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I just fixed it. I was looking for that, trying to find where the problem was, why it was showing 13. I mean, it was obvious that it was wrong, so it was pretty easy to catch, but still don't want to have you failing spells that you shouldn't have. Speaking of Justin, I think that might be the problem with Becca's also. You're still muted, Justin. I don't know if you intend to be.
Sorry, I'm eating mango pieces.
No problem.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing with Tegan's spells. Power modifiers off. What was it? I was crafting.
So at the top, you probably see this on yours too, but at the very top of the spellcasting or spellbook section, like where the headers are, you see where it says spellcasting, then there's a drop-down box. If hers is probably set to none, and you want to check that and then change it to charisma.
Cool.
It should be whatever whatever your main one is. But it would make sense for hers if it's set to none also.
I can see that accidentally happening too.
I think it happened when when I updated it to D&D 5 or D&D 5e 1.59 or whatever it is, like this newest rule 1.56 rule set update. So, but it's a pretty easy fix. I just didn't know that's what it was until I just did it and saw that it immediately updated it back to 18 like it's supposed to be for Nazim. So easy fix, thankfully. Your laptop been running it okay ever since?
Yep, that was the issue.
Cool.
Dumbass graphics card. Or I should say dumbass drivers. Drivers, all updates and drivers, man.
Yeah.
So I started playing, made the mistake of starting both that Guardians of the Galaxy game, which is, by the way, really cool. Really
I figured you'd really like it, yeah.
But I also started playing Final Fantasy 12, and I've never played Final Fantasy 12 before.
12 is really good.
Really good. It's a really good
12,
game.
Yeah, the 12. It's a great game. I just fucking hate the main character. Can't fucking stand him.
Vaughn. But because he talks like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, and he looks like he's
so
fucking effeminate. I hate that so much.
Effeminate. But you know what?
That's what I can't stand in so many JRPGs. It just fucking drives me nuts.
Rabbit Ear Girl makes up for it. Hot as shit. I'm like, this is the hottest character there's ever been in any Final Fantasy video game ever.
Makes
you walk around in like a because I don't know if you've played the enhanced one that's on Game Pass, where all the graphics are a lot better. Yep. And I'm like, this is fucking.
Yeah, I played it once on PS2.
Fast forward mode is a game changer.
Yeah, even setting up those gambits is really fun. Like setting up the to be effective is really cool. Mm-hmm. Like I really really enjoyed the gameplay of that. But I played it on PS2, when it was new basically back then, and played maybe what I thought was most of the game. Because it was probably 40 hours, something like that. Like I thought I had gotten most of the way through the game, and then I replayed it again on Game Pass like a couple years ago, and it's like I wasn't anywhere near the end because I'm much further now and still not at the end of the game. Like the game is fucking huge.
It's just a cool, pretty game. I will admit, I don't know if it wants me to talk to a decent amount of people, but I have already started skipping. I'm just like, no, like there's so many people to talk to everywhere.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Is there's so much to do that it becomes a little bit muddled. And
it's so like take a pause and you'll be like, I'll come back to the east side of the city.
Yeah.
Next time.
But even some of the weird little side systems like the hunts where you're just trying to hunt a specific monster, that kind of stuff was really fun too, because a lot of those, especially later in the game, are extremely hard. And you kind of have to very thoroughly. Yeah, it's very much about them and like using specifically right damage types and stuff like that. And you have to be very precise in how you approach them.
I love the gambits. That was such a genius idea, but it turns out that so many people hated that.
Yeah,
because people are dumb in general, is my guess.
Right.
So they didn't know how to work it.
So they made Final Fantasy X2, and everyone just keeps smashing X, and you make spinny bullets everywhere. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I want, is a fucking fashion-based Final Fantasy game. So fucking stupid.
Was that the boy band one? Was that the boy band one?
No, the boy band one is 15. I didn't play that one either. But X2, the one he's talking about, 10-2, literally is like a fashion. It's an all girl. It's like the opposite. It's an all girl band essentially.
Yeah, it literally
and they
is
all literally wear
dresses.
dresses. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's
then
playing fashion.
mid-battle,
Like they're
you
change their
just
clothes all
start
the time.
shooting. You jump in the air, and then now you need to cast healing magic. So you change your outfit to a white healer's. Then you cast heal. Then mid-combat, you switch out to your black leather outfit and turn to a black mage. And it's like on the
What?
fly outfit
Yeah.
changes mid-battle, which dictate your class, which is absolutely idiotic.
I couldn't play that one either. Yeah, it was. There's been a lot of really kind of game changing as an industry games that Square has put out, like Secret of Mana and obviously the earlier Final Fantasies and stuff. But goddamn, they make so many really terrible choices now.
Did you see what they just did? The
NFT
announcement
thing?
for 16.
Yep. Oh no. The
16
NFT thing they just talked about, the last couple of days.
Yeah,
What about
16 is going to be realistic. So it's no longer comic-looking characters. They're trying to make it live action. So these are actual real people now, and it's going to feel more like Final Fantasy 12, where there's a lot of political and social issues and a lot of internal turmoil between factions. So they're
I'm good
turning
for
it
that.
into more of a realistic feel instead of being cartoony and sparkly.
If every dude doesn't look like a girl, then I'll be fine with that.
They still will.
Okay.
Like,
Fine.
If there's one bunny girl, then it'll make up for most of the rest.
There's the remake. It's not even a remake, but like the retelling of Final Fantasy 1. Ben, you might. Well, I wouldn't say you'd be interested in it, but you remember Garland from Final Fantasy 1G?
Yeah, he's gonna
I will knock you all down. Yeah, exactly. So there's a new. It's called Stranger in Paradise or something like that. They announced it at E3 like 2-3 years ago. But anyways, there's a new game that looks very much like the Final Fantasy 15 style, but it's supposed to play like a Dark Souls a little bit. I'm not sure. But anyways, that doesn't look like 16. That's from 14. That's the MMO.
Oh, that's the MMO. Sorry.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's called Stranger in Paradise, and you're playing a modern, just a regular guy from now, from modern era, teleported into Final Fantasy 1 to fight Garland. Yeah, it looks fucking bonkers stupid, but
yeah, that actually sounds like it might be fun though.
But it's supposed to be played like extremely difficult gameplay, like a Dark Souls style, which I really love very hard games like that, so I might enjoy that part of it as long as it doesn't look like a Dark Souls game, because I can't stand the graphical style on those either. Anyways, but I think everybody's back, right?
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
here.
Are you Fox now?
Oh, damn it. Yep, you're right, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's from because
It's,
I recognize the guy in the back from the MMO.
Yeah. Now I found screenshots of it. It is.
Oh,
very,
Stranger in Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's awfully effeminate there, but whatever. It's just it's the style of JRPGs now. It's why I can't get into them anymore. Like they're all. I don't know, that artistic style drives me nuts. I can't stand anime, and it's just me. I know a lot of people do, but
Anime is awesome.
no, I fucking hate anime so much. But that's I get it that people do. It's just not for me, and it's a shame because I fucking grew up on JRPGs. But anyways, back to the game. Dorok, the Legion, right next to you, let out this screaming blast right beside you, near deafening, but thankfully with the beeswax in your ears, you're able to still, somewhat hear. Anyways, you did see Avar get flung into the distance, and you can no longer see him. There was a thump that you heard with a little bit of a coughing, so you can probably assume that he's still alive. But he did get flung out from your vision. But you are otherwise next to the Legion. What are you doing?
Okay. I am going to. Well, since I'm here, might as well just whack him again. Knock off another beast.
All right. Yeah, there's only one fragment left up because Nazim destroyed 4 of them, which did 100 damage to him. By the way, he's a little bit below half health. He's a little bit below bloodied at this point.
Okay.
We're just trying to free that one dude too, and apparently we can't find that asshole.
Nobody's tried, so.
When he popped up and did that, did that look like it was actually his soul, or like because he came out of the thinny, you said, right? The horned dude that
No, the horn guy that came up out of the thinny was not core. That was just an ancient Yogg spirit. Yeah, so the previous the Yogg at the time were called the Enochs when they still had horns and everything, and there's been they've essentially evolved over 150,000 years into what you are now. And back then they had those 3 horns, and the spirit you saw is obviously just a very ancient think earlier species of hominids into Homo sapien, like Cro-Magnon into and so on, and Neanderthal and Clovis peoples and so on. Think earlier versions of the Yogg, essentially, is what you saw.
Do we yet know how to pull this spirit out of them yet, or are we just
we gotta chop it? We gotta wait till we see it and then chop him out, I think.
Well, even if you get him out, that's the rest of the Legion is still is still a problem. So, but it's up to you how you guys want to handle it. But
because in theory, I could just keep flinging 24 Eldritch Blasts at him, keep chopping him down, but at the same time, it's not going to get our boy out, right?
Yeah, we're trying to get. Well, I mean, it might eventually, but like this thing absorbed a fucking load of souls.
Being this close, since I'm literally faced to whatever he has faced with it.
To many faces.
To many faces with it. Do any of those faces look like the core? Do I see the horn nubs on anything that I can see from where I am if I kind of just look around before I hit?
Give me, I was going to say with advantage, but because he's so big and you're only able to see kind of a small section of him, give me just a regular perception check.
All right. Now,
you do know he's in there. I'll tell you that you have seen that face, but remember, it's not a solid being. The spirits are floating around inside of this and then coming out sticking out of the skin of it in different places. So whether you see it now is the question.
All right. Well, would my I think it's the Sentinel Buckler. Would I still get the advantage from my item for the perception check? Okay, so just
that's specifically for seeing dangers, or something of that sort. This isn't the kind of thing that would have an impact on.
All right, here we go.
Not with that. You do see many different faces in there, but none that resemble the Stonehead of Core.
And I'm just going to try to. I guess it all looks about weird the same, so I'm just going to hit him.
Okay.
I don't think there's really any parts to even aim for if I can't see the specific thing, because he probably looks about the same everywhere besides that. So.
You do, yeah. You feel like any impact you do make will split off a chunk of it and another fragment. So. 19. That will not hit. That's still got the 2 -5s on there. I remember here. I'll put that in my notes to fix that too.
Okay.
But that would still be it still wouldn't make it.
So I will try number 2. And I did frenzy, so try number 3. I have to.
Okay.
Yay.
17 will not hit either.
Oh shit! Why?
Huh?
What is that? 17 with that?
Oh shit! Sorry, no. With -5, that's 23. Never mind.
Okay.
Or 22 rather. Yeah, so that will hit. So never mind. Another fragment. Immediately, of course, as soon as you connect with him, this one does attempt to attack you. Uh, 16 will not hit, right? Okay.
Nope.
So no chance to force push you either. Go ahead and make your third attack.
Okay. Can I use the third attack on the detached dude, or do I have to hit?
Yeah, if you want to. No, yeah, you can. You can. Yeah.
Then I'm going to switch my focus to little dude instead.
Okay. Oh shit! Natural 20.
It is.
Hell yeah.
That's only one. No, that's 2 hits. So the heart in the hilt does light up.
Okay, sweet. All right.
Starts to a little heartbeat in the sword.
And then I don't know if it's going to roll it automatically, but I should have the 2 extra dice for brutal critical too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it will not. It will not roll it automatically. But go ahead and roll the damage, and then I'll have you roll them because I think it's a D. Is it D12?
I think it's
2 D6s. So 2 more D6s also for brutal critical. As long as total of 6 or higher, then that one will be destroyed as well. Yep, that'll do it. All right, that fragment is also destroyed.
Sweet.
Man, I'm just running down this hall with my tiny feet trying to get my ocarina ready. There's not even gonna be a reason.
He's not in great shape now. He's still he's a little below half, but yeah, you guys have done some significant damage to him at this point. It's only going to take one or two like awful hits from this guy to really fuck up your day, but that did definitely hurt him. All right, the heart did light up. I don't think you can use it on the same turn, right? Is it on the next turn?
I thought it was on the same turn normally, but I can't remember though.
The blade stores those heartbeats, and the ruby flares to life with pulsing red glow, dim red light, and 15-foot radius during the wielder's turn. So you could do it now if you wanted to.
Okay, then I'll use it to do another hit then.
Okay.
And of course, back on main dude again. Knock off another guy to.
All right.
Take care of.
There's a lot of cool things it can do. You see all the other ones that it can do too, right? That will not hit.
That's not even close.
Are you talking?
I always forget that it does other stuff too. So
yeah, it's not just an extra
that.
attack. Yeah, you can get a second reaction, a second bonus action, or double your movement speed for that turn.
Damn.
Yeah, so there's you have to get 2 hits in to be able to light the heart up. But once the heart is lit up, which it now goes dim, of course, because you make that attack there.
Yeah.
Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. That brings us to the last remaining fragment at the moment. With no one nearby, it is going to. Let's see. I get he can't really even see Nazim from where he's at actually, so you can just barely. But Norok's certainly an easier target. We'll attempt to thrash it at Norok. 15 will not hit. That makes it for his. Oh, sorry, he still has his. Now that he can actually do his scream, Ben, roll a d6. 4 is... Oh, well, that may be bad. DC 17 con save, G.
Okay.
As I'm running down the hallway, do I remember if there were any, like, large boulders in that other room, about the size of maybe a little bit bigger than Shoke? That might not be connected into the walls that I could.
Yeah, that are loose. Yeah, there's tons and tons of boulders in there. Yeah, that place has fallen apart so much, like just from earthquakes and so much. Yeah, there's definitely loose boulders. 17 fails, G, so that is full damage. Wait, that can't be right. Hang on. It's not supposed to be 48. That seems way too low. 8d8. So okay, so it's here. So 28 first G. And 17.
I have resistance, so...
Oh, shit, that is necrotic, too. Yeah, so 45 means 23 damage.
Cool.
Yeah, that armband came in handy then.
Yeah, for real. Jeez. 23, you said?
Yep.
Cool.
I have a question. I cannot use 2 of my meta magics at the same time unless it says otherwise, right?
I don't see any reason you couldn't.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do when my turn comes, and this will decide what I do.
Let's see. What are the 2? You can just you can message them to me if you want. If you don't want to say it.
No, it's fine. It's distance and quickened, because I don't think I can get close enough for one of the things I want to do.
I'd say that you could. I don't see any reason that those 2 would conflict with each other. I think those 2 would be fine. There might be basically. I don't want to say a blanket rule that you always can, because there might be conflicts. But those 2, I don't see any reason that wouldn't work.
Okay.
Avar is going to kind of stand up as best he can and kind of gives an awkward hug to Arteme, who had kind of clotheslined him to keep him from falling, and is going to pull his bow out and try to take a shot. Is he might be outside of? Hang on, what's the short bow range? 80. Yeah, so it'll be a disadvantage his shots here, but we'll try.
He could always move forward a bit first.
He had to stand up anyways and is kind of afraid, and he's kind of trying to stay next to you. Yeah, so definitely wouldn't have made it. Even going in, he probably still wouldn't have. He doesn't have a great attack rolls for those, especially when he's spooked. But he's still alive, thanks to Arteme.
Yeah, Arteme.
All right, your turn, Fox.
I'm going to move up a bit and then use my own charm.
Use your what?
I'm going to move up a bit. Actually, would Avar fit on the broom with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put him on the broom and then move up to here. And then use my own short bow.
Oh, you're short. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and take your shots.
You just pulled him on the broom? Oh boy.
He'll jump up with her. As long as she doesn't get paralyzed.
Hey, good roll.
Natural 20, alright. That never happens for Fox. Well, you can... I'll
Was
go and
that
tell
a
you.
natural 20? Do I get a critical hit with it, or?
Well, you would, but you're hitting the lead. Who were you shooting at?
Tiny fragment.
Okay, so as long as you're shooting at the fragment, then yes, the crit matters. Don't meta it, but if you were going to crit on the main guy, it wouldn't make any difference. But that's with a crit. Because that seems so low. Short bow or the arrows don't do that much damage, I guess. But he's still up, but he is definitely in rough shape. That fragment doesn't have much long.
Okay. I'm just
bonus
gonna
actions?
move.
Okay.
No, but I'm just gonna move us back to over here.
All right. That brings us to Sarah.
20, 25. Alright, wait. Hang on, we're just gonna do it this way. Because I can't see low lines. 30. Alright, and then that's...
I like that you guys are all lined up. This should be good.
so-
Somebody may have been thinking the same thing.
You know what, at this point I don't care. Alright, so I'm within 120 feet, so I'm going to use... So I'll drop it down to 8 for that. Actually, you know what, we're just gonna drop it down to 7, because I'm gonna use both eventually anyways. Alright, so first I'm gonna hit him with Mind Sliver. So it's a intelligence saving throw.
All right.
Seems like a
Big guy,
+9
big guy, or little guy?
intelligence.
Big guy.
Big guy.
Come on.
25.
Damn it.
Yeah, +9.
And he has advantage on
Yeah.
magic saves too.
Saves.
Saving throw. Or take he doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything then if he saves, right?
Unless you have the feat that still does half damage.
Next turn. Well, some of my cantrips do damage even if he saves, but I don't think this one does.
Yeah, not that one.
Damn it. Alright. Then I was hoping to get him to subtract the D4 from his next save, but either way, I'm going to use Quickened and cast Psychic Lance.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. Wait. That was wrong. So let me do this again, because I meant to cast it at 5th. I accidentally hit it for 4th. So let me...
Yeah, that's fine. It still says 4th at the bottom, but that won't affect anything except for the damage roll. So we can do it afterwards. You can put it back up, doesn't matter. Just make sure that you give yourself the 4th spell slot back too.
Yeah, so it's technically at 5th level, so it's just an extra D6.
Okay. It'll be the same save. So.
Yeah.
All right. 17.
Yes! Oh, nope. Goes to the runner.
Still takes half damage.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought we finally hit him with something that required an intelligence. I'm so
With an
excited.
additional D6. So
All right. Yeah, roll one more.
Not bad.
Oh my
Right,
god.
So 10. We'll round up to 11. So.
Oh.
But he actually takes that, and I'll tell you that he's actually looking to be in not the greatest shape anymore. He is starting to disperse a little bit. He's still got quite a bit to go, but not doing great. But of course, as soon as you hit him, another fragment splits off. Immediately
you.
sails. Huh?
Oh, right by her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Immediately just sails straight in your direction and is going to thrash at you.
Yep.
21.
Oh fuck! It's not gonna matter. Damn it.
Oh,
He's
wouldn't
gonna
matter.
hit anyways.
Yeah, it's 15 would be 21, so he would still just barely hit. Yeah.
Mhm.
So go ahead and roll a DC 18 con save.
What does shield add to your
5.
DC?
5. So
what's
I'd
your
be
DC?
at 21. 16.
Yeah,
Oh.
would have been
I
27
said-
damage.
Ugh. Con save?
Yeah, 18 con save.
Oh, come on. Come on. Alright.
Hey, all right.
Yay!
So you didn't get sailed off into the distance again. But still take the 27 damage. And any bonus act or any? Well, I guess that was action bonus actions. Anything else?
Nope. But ow.
You're still. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're in bad shape. That's it. It hadn't updated yet for me to see what the impact was. All right, environment. The Legion disappears again. There is a scream in the distance as it tries to wail into the spot, but is unable to, spend much time. It seems in the daylight. Roll a D, Ben. Roll a D8 for me. I'm counting what I'm doing, guys, by the way. This D8 is choosing who he teleports back to and attacks, and it's just counting down from the top of you guys from in initiative order. So Pogo will be a 1, Shok is a 2, Nazim is 3, and so on. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Avar.
5. Names Avar. Well,
Oh boy!
Arteme, you after flying back, getting some distance there and spinning the broom back around, you feel a shape apparate behind you, and starts, impacting the, causing the broom to wiggle as Avar is definitely hit. Hang on, I'm looking here.
27 total so far. Not too bad.
He's still up. Not much. He's very, very close. He's got 5 hit points left. So, surprisingly, he didn't roll real high on damage. But Avar now has to make his con save. He makes it, which is particularly useful because he would have been flung forward into the area, and if he had fallen, he would have, fallen down into the thinny as well.
Luckily,
Would they have caught him?
spirits catch him because he's.
Oh
Avar.
shit, that's
He's
true.
one of
Never
the
mind.
very
Yeah.
few people that'd be all right.
Just him or Norok. Yeah.
All right, right word.
But that's now 4 times that the Legion has impacted the 1 full, and then 3 kind of times that he has hit the field. You probably have 3, maybe 4 more, and it would be a problem. Gotta move him real quick.
I hope he's just like so weak he just kind of barely crawls out, and then like that other guy just like squishes his face. And then they'll be like, "We did it!" And they'll be like, "Fuck you guys."
Take credit for it. Yeah. Ben, roll a d4 for me. 2.
Hopefully, the weaker we make him, the less effective he is. Hit that door. Keep
I don't
chopping
even
him
really
down.
care. What's the worst that could happen? He's just out.
Yeah, and then he disappears on us.
So, it's fine. It's nature. Sometimes this happens in nature.
That could be so
Sometimes
bad.
elephants break out of the zoo and they just live their life around the city. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all he wants. He just wants to live his
Yeah,
life
they
in
just go
peace.
hang out. Yeah.
He wants a forested region where he can live by himself.
You want to go to the whole city and get bigger?
Totally fine.
Norok is still near the thinny there. You see another spirit lift up out of it. Another, this one kind of closer to what Core looks like, with the kind of, the bumps where the horns would eventually evolve down to. Lifts up and then races off in the distance. Arteme, it passes through you and impacts Avar. Specifically, this one is targets friendly creature closest to Legion, surrounding them with shielding energy, ethereal energy in the amount of 30 temporary hit points.
Yay.
And I mean, really, it could have gone to Sarah or Avar, but I'm just saying that Avar is you guys are equidistant, so technically Avar is closer to where the spirit came from.
He needs it more than I do, so we're good.
Yeah, but I mean,
And he's a Yogg too, so probably like.
Yeah.
Narratively that does make more sense. Yeah, he's a half Yogg, anyways.
And you're very small.
True. I'm
Just
a small
hard
target. I'm smaller than he is.
Barely, yeah, a little bit. And after that occurs, Sarah and Arteme, the two of you notice something shimmering nearby. Something that just catches your, the corner of your eye, because it's twisting and shimmering and looks like it's not really there. And you see a vaguely humanoid shape appear out of the wall near there, and immediately spin, kind of looking past your direction and pointing a hand out towards the Legion there. You guys see on the map?
I do not.
No.
It might be behind the wall, like the wall.
Let's see. There. Can you see it now?
I do not.
No.
Right? Sarah and Arteme, you guys don't see that right there?
All I
What
see is
area?
Legion,
Yeah, I do see
all
Legion.
of
I
us.
don't see
Yeah.
sparkly
me-
thing.
Grab
I
it and do
see
it this
two
way.
lights, like on the side of the wall, on either side of Legion, but
This is in the hallway near you. It's 10 feet away from Arteme. Now,
there
do you
he
see anything?
is. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
a vaguely humanoid shape, kind of again not really there, but remember when you fought the warrior and this kind of telescoped version essentially of him steps out of the wall there and immediately sends a lightning bolt in the direction of the Legion there, not necessarily knowing whether this would have an
Does
impact
he?
or not.
Where does he come from? Why is he here?
I am so glad that I told him what we were doing.
Well, he does try though. He does he does try to hit the Legion with lightning bolt, but not knowing of one of course that he saves, but regardless, it'll still do damage. Not realizing that the Legion is just going to split off a chunk necessarily. But of course, as soon as he does that, another fragment pops off and immediately goes to try to attack this kind of incorporeal, not really existent version of Ozzy.
I want to get this spell. I want to know whatever the hell Ozzy does to do this. Whatever god I've got to start.
It's astral projection.
Yeah,
right?
it's astral
I
projection.
want to see what it would take to learn that. I want to put that in my notes to talk to Ozzy about this. Yeah.
Remember to learn
Fucking
astral projection.
Yeah.
All right. The Legion or the fragment does attempt to lash into this kind of semi-ghostly version. This not really there. But the ghostly is kind of a little confusing considering that you're fighting ghosts, but he's not that. He's just this kind of semi force projection version of himself. That is it for that. It brings us back to Pogo.
Learn that shit. All right, let me type that up here. Gotta figure out how to get that spell. All right. Okay. I am going to start my way. Let's see here. How far away are they? All right, they are. That one is about 105 feet. So that means I got to get 45 feet. So I will use my action and I'll use my motion. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will use my winged bracers to use my
Dash as a bonus
action as dash. 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25. And now I should be within range of all three of these. As I'm running, I'm pulling this little ocarina out of my pocket, and I'm trying to place my fingers on it, and I'm going to try to play a calming melody to
Okay.
where up to 6 creatures within range must make a wisdom save or have their emotional state be calmed. This negates conditions like frightened or charmed. So I'm going to try to calm these creatures if they don't pass their wisdom save.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's my spell save of 18.
It is. Yeah, it's your DC. Yep.
Cool.
All right. Go ahead and click it. It'll give you the button for it. You need to get like a cheap plastic recorder to play.
Yeah, I have one.
Of course, you probably do.
I should have grabbed it. I should have grabbed it.
Wisdom.
Yeah,
I can just do it from here. It's fine.
If
you just click the item, it'll pop up too.
There it is.
Technically, the big guy, you don't feel like it'll have an impact on him anyways. But 18 would have failed. No, that's fragment. Never mind. And so one fragment succeeds, one fails, and then the big guy kind of doesn't matter. He succeeded anyways. But one of the fragments succeeds and one failed. I'll let you choose which is which.
I'm gonna say the one to the south.
The south is the one that's calmed?
Yeah.
All right. Then he is calmed. I'm going to put a little marker on him to remind myself.
Oh, actually, this is a bigger template than I thought. It might actually hit the other one too.
It's 60 feet. It's pretty good radius.
Because it's just a... yeah, because I could move it to the right a little bit more too. I just didn't have it zoomed out enough. Because it's just the audio. So I'm guessing that the audio can...
And it's, you guys aren't silenced. Well, they aren't. They're not deafened at all.
Wait,
the last one succeeded.
No, I lied. It's within 60 feet of me. It's just that's...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes more sense anyways. Yeah, it wouldn't be a radius.
I'm wrong. So yeah, I would just hit those two.
All right. So one of them, the one further to the south, Sarah, the one directly in front of you, basically, and Artemis, the one to your right, you see the kind of raging screams, and the face is kind of calm, and it just floats there kind of listlessly, seemingly no longer angry. Which could be real good because like you've got a couple of them right around you guys, and you're lined up in a pretty convenient lines. So is that it for Pogo?
Oh, not that one. Yeah. No, that's all I can do now.
Right.
Now I'm at least close enough to do stuff. I got tiny little.
All right, Shok is going to run up, almost not even, almost through Ozzy, not really recognize that there's even anything there, and will attempt to swing at the fragment in front of him.
Nice, good job.
3 will hit, and 10 will hit, or 10 will not hit rather. So,
question: is there like an add-on to add like people's health to the combat tracker? Like not the enemies, but friendlies.
There is. It's really buggy. It's I think it's called Always HP or something like that. I'll basically
right-click your character and, or I'm sorry, you could under a character basically have it always shown underneath.
Yeah, I can do that, but
yeah,
that's up to you. Get that kind of removes a little bit of player agency of whether you guys want to, have a health bar under your character or not. But Fox, I'll check the add-ons when I update everything to 9.0, the newer version that just came out, like the big update, and see if there's a decent way to do it that isn't buggy. We used to have it on there. I had it in there for a while where you'd see it in the combat tracker as well what their health was, but it caused a lot of problems, so I just ended up disabling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's it for Shok's turn, though. That brings us to Nazim.
Okay, so let's see. The fragment that's over near Norok, that one's kind of squishy already. That's kind of damaged.
That's really low. Yeah.
Okay, and then the two are pretty fresh right next to us on the left. The bottom one is calm. The top one is not.
The top one is half dead. Yeah.
Half dead. Okay, so then let us do this. I will doing this. All right, I guess let's go with the old school way. We'll do an Eldritch Blast on the top, the northern one that's half damaged.
Okay.
And I will selectively cast one at a time each of these in case it drops.
Sure.
So here's the first one. Attack. Roll.
That'll hit.
All right, I'm going to damage it really quick.
Okay. Not quite enough to kill it. Almost.
All right, I will fire my second Eldritch Blast at the same creature.
Okay. That'll also hit.
Which one's he attacking?
The northern one, the one that Shok and well, the one that's next to Ozzy. That'll do. That's enough. That'll kill it. Okay. So that one disperses. You see the beam almost pass through the Legion behind it. The Legion screams again. All right, sorry, Justin. It is in very bad shape.
Okay. I will whip around and look at the other fragment over near Norok.
Okay.
And I'll cast my final to the one near Norok.
Okay.
Attack. Weak.
14 will not hit, no.
Okay. And
bonus actions?
Yes, actually, I'd like to use my glove.
Okay. For another round of 3?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And same thing, I'm going to attack the same one near Norok really quick.
Okay. All right.
Which blast? Sorry. There it is.
Look at you using all your cool shit today.
14.
First time you've used maybe first time you've used your Nerve Mastery and your glove. You've only used it a couple times too. That'll hit.
All right, damage out.
That'll kill him.
Perfect.
So that fragment disperses. There's another scream from the Legion, up the hallway from you. You can only just barely see him, but he is fraying at the edges like threads, like he's starting to dissipate and fall apart. He is very close to death. You feel like one more fragment would probably be enough, or possibly some psychic damage. The spirits are starting to kind of pull away in each, in separate directions, like they're trying to break apart from this. You know what a rat king is? Anybody know what a Rat King is?
His hold is weakening on him.
Yeah, so the tails are still stuck together in the Rat King, but they're all pulling in separate directions as it seems like they're about to get separated.
All right. In my final Eldritch Blast, I'm going to hit the calmed person.
Okay.
Which is probably going to re-enrage him again, but we're down to 1 anyway, so that's fine.
He stays calm for his whole next turn, and he hasn't had his turn yet, so...
Okay. My
in
final
fact,
blast
was
will
not
hit
in
him.
the initiative order. Okay. That will not hit.
Not hit. Okay.
All right.
We're good.
That it for your turn, then?
Let me see. I think I will move slightly. I can't go into the water.
You can go there. You could go 1 to the south also if you wanted. Yeah, that's the edge of how far you can go.
That'll be it then.
All right. That brings us to the Legion, guys. And everybody is in a convenient line for him. He would back up like this, which would technically give Avar...
oh my god, I'm just going to watch everyone get fucking murdered.
It's not looking real good because we've got Shok, Arteme, Avar, and Sarah. Right in front of you, literally right down the hallway, about to see how bad this goes. Arteme, go ahead and roll the d10 for me. He's going to first try to thrash at Sarah. Actually, he's going to scream first, and then he'll thrash. So, Arteme, d10. And this will kind of decide, because this could really go bad, depending on what the roll is. All right, a 5.
Is that a new one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Enervation. You've seen this one already, but it is 8d8. DC 17 con saves for Sarah, Avar, Arteme, and Shok.
Good lord.
Nope, I am going to re-roll.
Okay.
I will
This
use
is
one
not
of my
looking good.
Avar failed.
That will be very bad.
Avar is for sure not going to be able to survive this.
Dibs on the leather.
Fuck. Is it
Shok.
18?
We're going to have to wait a month and come back here to bury this kid, aren't we?
Shit.
We're already here. Throw him in.
Off of the pool.
All right, so Shok failed, Avar failed, Sarah succeeds.
Oh.
Arteme failed too. Wait, did you re-rolled that, Becky?
Yeah, I used one of my things to re-roll.
Gotcha.
because
Okay.
I failed.
Okay.
Hard failed.
All right. Let's see how bad this goes, guys. This is the Enervation. This is actually only his second worst one too. Like you guys have kind of gotten lucky. He didn't get the real bad ones.
Whee!
Shit, half as much on a success.
Yep.
Yeah, rolls. Ooh, good rolls too.
Well, I might be okay.
Well, Avar's not. Avar is blasted by this scream of eardrum exploding noise. He immediately falters unconscious. Arteme, off the back of the broom, you feel him slip off and then hit the ground with a thud. He is down.
Pineapple.
I take 20.
24. Yeah, it'd be 24 for you. Arteme would be 47. Arteme, are you still up?
Yeah, I have 14 health.
Okay.
On the bright side, the other guy is still listening to my melody. He's just relaxing.
Yeah, he's still calm. Yeah. Sarah, you're still up after 24?
Yeah, I got 20.
Wait,
Right.
wouldn't he
I had
hurt his own
44.
friendly guy too, though? Or it just doesn't hit his own? Like,
Wait, fuck. Well, would he have hit his own? No, the damage didn't seem to bother them. It actually still was kind of a line that wouldn't have hit them anyways. And technically, you guys don't really know this all the way, but Ozzy is invulnerable when it doesn't matter if he takes damage or not, because he's not really here. It's an astral projection. But
Yeah, if we have any break in times in the games, I'm just gonna go hang out with Ozzy and figure out how the fuck you guys do.
teach me how you do that.
Sarah hangs out with Ozzy all the time and drinks wine.
It's
We're
let's just say that this is above your guys' capability at the moment.
Yeah.
But after the face sticks out the side and then screams, a large sickle, like an arm blade. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys that this is an Iskil. Do you guys remember the Iskil?
Yeah.
This is an arm of one of the Iskil. With, a long bladed arm, like a raptory arm. 20. I assume that'll hit.
Shield.
Okay.
21 with shield.
All right. Okay. Because that could have, that would have been another 48 against Sarah for 25 more damage.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and
There
mark
we
off your
go.
spell slot. Yeah, mark off your spell slot. Use your reaction. You won't have a reaction. Oh, cool! I didn't put that shield on it. There must be one of the automatic ones. There's a bunch of like automatic things that'll, I don't even need to put the spell stuff in for, which are really cool. I really like a lot of those animation things. Anyway, that is its turn. Doesn't need to teleport from where he is right now. Oh, shit, he can't until 25 anyways. So that is it. That brings us to Norok.
Okay.
You would have seen the beam, but you probably don't know that Avar, went unconscious. Oh shit! Actually, he went unconscious and then took one failed death save because he fell and hit the ground off of the broom.
Okay.
He had a little bit of that bye baby.
Of the what?
No, what's that movie? Never mind. What's the
Gone?
Gone Baby Gone? No.
Millionaire.
Where she falls.
Yeah,
falls and
yeah.
breaks
It's the
her neck.
boxing.
Yeah. Terrible joke, Justin. Shut your mouth.
It's something millionaire, isn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I always mix it up with Gone Girl, but it's Gone Baby Gone, something like that. No, Gone Baby Gone was the one with Kidnapped Kid.
All right. How do I target the token pumps?
Hold Control, I think, and then click. $1 Million Baby is what it's called.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's Control click. Who are you trying to target?
The little dude. The break off.
No, he's not yet. Here, if you you may not be able to do that. I just targeted him for you. I think it'll work if you do it like that.
Is that the red bubble up above to the left of where square is?
Yeah.
Targeted?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
That's me targeting though. Actually, if you the little dot would be your color. So for you, it'd be kind of a yellow. But I don't know if it'll. We'll try it. If you right click him, does it give you a little target symbol in the bottom left, like a bullseye?
No.
Okay.
Nothing happens when I right click.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and try it. See if it works. If not, no big deal.
Okay.
We'll figure it out before next time.
I'm going to use the last 4 charges on my stick of stars, so I wanted to see if it would do a little animation thing. So
I think it's one of the hotkeys, so I'll figure it out for you guys for next time, so you guys can do that to see the little animation stuff.
All right, and aiming at a little dude.
Okay, all 4. All right, it's plus 4, so 15. Not enough to kill him, but he is injured. He has 30. You did 15. Does that have a chance to break when you use the last charge?
Any
so.
Yeah, I think it does.
It does. If you got to roll a d20. If you get a 1, it breaks. Worth it.
Oh, there it is. Hang on.
I thought you were talking about Calming Melody. Calming Melody doesn't break even when people attack the thing.
No.
Yeah. Shit out if you want.
Yep. So roll a d20, G. Nope. All right, didn't break. So it's out of charges, but it's still intact. All right, that if your turn. Okay. Then that brings us to Avar.
Not a 1. Not a 1.
That's a success. 10 and above. So he's got 1 failure, 1 success. And that is it for his turn. That brings us to Arteme.
Right, I'm going to...
Hang on, I think Ben and Becky might have just dropped. You guys still there? Yeah, I think their internet just went down. Go ahead, Fox. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use bonus action on Halo Stars, and I'm gonna use my action to feed Avar a potion.
Okay. Go ahead and use the bonus. Well, do both if you're gonna do the you can use your action to feed him, so he'll get that. Go ahead and roll the which kind of potion is it?
The Stratos?
Oh,
the
God.
Spoiled Stratos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm never having kids right there.
They do a lot of vomiting anyways. Where is it? There it is. Spoiled Stratos. That is 8d4 plus 8. So go ahead and roll 8d4 plus 8, Fox. Ben and Becky, you guys are back?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if his con save allows him to not just throw up immediately.
I mean, he'd still be conscious first, so he could be out of death save territory at least.
Does that work?
Yep. All right, 19. All right.
He's fine. He's
You probably really drunk because that's like those are fermented, so they're like that alcohol content would be enough for a kid presumably.
Some hair on his chest.
No,
I didn't use the skill Stratos. I just used a regular Stratos.
Oh.
Because there's 2 spoiled ones that are Iskillians, but I also have I had 6 of the regular Stratos ones.
Where are those? Where are the 6?
In my it's now 5 because I lowered it.
Oh, it is in the bag? It might be in the bag.
It's in my consumables.
Huh.
Am I blind? I see 4.
I have 4 potions.
Oh shit! They were right at the top. Okay, I'm just blind. Okay, it's not that much. Regulars are 2d4 plus 2, 2d4 plus 4, something like that. Let me see. But that's fine. It still would bring him to consciousness. It's just a matter of how much.
Okay.
Regular ones are 2d4 plus 2. Yeah. So go ahead and roll that real quick, and I'll just adjust his hit points. And he won't have the vomiting problem.
Yep.
And you were going to do your Halo of Stars. Who were you? Were you attacking, or are you healing with it?
I'm healing myself with it right now.
Okay. All right. So 7 hit points back for Avar. He does come back to consciousness, still on the ground and coughing as he kind of rolls over onto one, up onto one elbow. He's kind of awkwardly laid across these stairs that are much too tall because they're very high stairs. So his head is still much lower than his feet are as he's kind of broken on these steps and kind of spitting up. But he is conscious and breathing. Norak, you're within range to be able to see him at this point too.
It would take me an action to put him back on the broom, right? Or help him up onto the broom?
No, you could do that as part of your movement. I would say that it would take half your movement to do that.
I'll do that, and then I'm going to move over here.
Okay.
I'm going to move us over here with the broom.
Okay. What were you doing with the Halo? Are you healing yourself with it?
I healed myself already. I got a 7.
Okay. Oh, I see it. All right. Cool.
I'll heal everybody else next turn once I can.
The 2d4 plus 2, that's the... Oh, is it 2d4 plus 2 for your Halo healing too?
Oh, no.
Yeah, your Halo healing is higher than that. I don't see that one yet.
D4s.
It is 4... Hang on. To heal, roll 8d4, Fox.
Wait, how does this work? Target is healed for that amount and emits dim light. Oh, you emit dim light too, like a little angel.
Which is already emitting more light than that anyways. All right, so 21 healing for yourself, Fox.
You're just absolutely glowing.
And that brings us to Sarah.
Great. It is a bonus action to take a healing potion yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Action to feed it to somebody else, bonus action to drink one yourself.
Question. If I take an skill and I throw up, does that affect my action at all?
Click it? I don't think so. I think it's just, hang on, it might actually, because there's got to be whatever the penalty was supposed to be here. Spend the turn vomiting up the spoiled concoction. So yes, it would take your action and bonus action.
Right, so...
and half movement speed.
Right, then I'm just going to... Because this guy is calm, so he doesn't get reactions, right?
Until the end of his turn, which he's coming up soon. But yeah, he basically won't be able to attack you right now. But the Legion still can.
Fucking hell. Alright, well then I will miss the step with my bonus action 2 here.
Okay, alright.
So
Go ahead and mark off the spell slot.
Yeah, let me click that.
I could throw you a potion if you want to catch it.
Nope, I wouldn't be able to take it anyways. Oh shit, I'm still in inventory. Hang on. Misty Step is second level.
30 feet.
Right.
Yeah, for your spell slot, yeah.
So, there we go. And then... Fuck it, I am pissed. Might as well. I'm hitting Legion at 7th level.
Alright.
Whoa! I didn't know you had a 7th level.
7th level? Jeez. Alright. DC 17.
Yep.
He succeeds.
He still takes half damage.
Alright. So...
Holy hell.
Nice.
You spinning around, you teleport yourself, a short distance away to give yourself some room to maneuver, spinning around and sending this beam of shimmering energy at him. It impacts in this kind of what would be essentially a sternum if this was a single creature, and the scream of all of these individual bits separate as they start to kind of split off in this almost star-like asterisk formation as the creature is separated and no more.
Yay!
The fragment.
Are you sure that's how this thing dies?
I don't know, but Sarah's just gonna sit down for a second.
I just feel like I feel like it just might not be something we can kill like this.
If we're no longer in combat for a few seconds, I'm going to send out all the other modes to heal people.
Okay.
So who really needs healing?
I do.
Are we in combat? Let's let Jeremy tell us what's happening. It just disappeared. I'm curious.
It dispersed. It separated like a rat king separating. That's what I was describing there previously. And the fragment, the becalmed fragment that is still kind of floating in place there, just kind of slowly meanders through and past all of you. No damage, nothing of that sort. As it makes its way back towards the Thinny area, and Norok, it passes through you and then swims its way down into the Thinny and is gone.
Okay.
I think we're okay.
I'm just gonna keep playing this fucking song and walk into the group.
Okay. You can go ahead and move yourself. That's fine. It is quiet. The Thinny is still this kind of constant discordant warble. You guys managed to not use a lot of concentration spells, which is convenient because that really would have made things harder for you. Obviously, you had plenty of warning, I suppose, but yeah, that was definitely an easier way of handling things.
Can you imagine going into that without knowing how the audio affected it from talking to that woman and not knowing about how psychic damaged the thing?
So
and
for real, I've had this
know.
encounter. Yeah, I've had this encounter prepared for a long, literally when you guys were climbing the mountain, all of the stuff climbing to your top, this stuff's been ready since then. Not the map itself, but the encounter. When you guys first got there and Norok was about to jump down the hole, I was like, well, that's it. We're gonna need all new characters. Everybody's fucked, because I couldn't really pull punches at that point because the encounter was already there. I already have the text and all stuff that. For when I click on abilities, how they work and everything. I do all my rolls in the open, so you guys would have been screwed.
Justin doesn't feel super confident yet, and I'm putting silence back up since the sound is probably annoying as shit, so I'm going to go ahead and cast silence again.
Okay. Well, then as you put the bubble back up, Arteme is sending out these little motes off that are floating around the top of her head like a halo, each one kind of impacting the people that need healing. Avar, you see him still kind of choking, and he's on the broom with Arteme.
So 22. Okay, I put 22 to me. 22 goes to Avar.
Okay, Avar's back to full then.
And I didn't take any hit.
This only took a little bit too.
25 to Sarah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Yeah, Sarah almost got fucked up.
So I have 4 more. Anybody else need healing other than me?
Well, I mean, as long as we don't fight no more, we're good.
Does Avar have about 32 hit points? 32 hit
Yes,
points?
25. Yes, 25.
25? So yeah, the 8d6 could have actually killed him.
Yeah, it could have actually killed him. Yeah, but it
Could've hit
it
50.
could have outright killed him. Yeah. But seeing the sphere go up around Ozzy, he kind of floats his way over. He's still this kind of semi-translucent form. So what was this? What? He's kind of looking in Sarah's direction, and Sarah, you can't hear him. You see his mouth moving. He's kind of gesturing for you to come out.
I will go out, and I'm also going to point to Pogo at my ear so he'll drop the deafen thing.
Oh, true.
Honestly,
You're still deafened anyways.
Yeah, because it lasts for 10 rounds.
He can't.
Yeah,
it's not concentration.
No, I can't.
You can't drop it. You're just deaf.
But you just gotta wait 30 more seconds, 40 seconds.
I'll just yell at him that, give me a minute, I can't hear shit.
Oh.
Okay, so the 14, 20, and 18 can go to whoever else needs healing, because Avar, myself, and Sarah are topped up, I think.
I'm pretty good on hit points. I could use a little bit, but if anyone else needs it, you guys can take it. I'll be the last person to take anything.
Put the 14 to you. Norok, did you need healing?
I'm not actually too bad. I'm still 2/3.
Okay, I'll put the 18 to you. Anybody else need a healing before the 20 goes to Norok?
I mean, if you're asking, I'll take it. But as long as we don't
Sarah's
get
still a
Okay,
bad thing.
then plus 20 to Sarah.
Yeah.
There you go. You guys all got healing. Yay!
Thank you.
Oh, that's so much better.
As Ozzy is like realizing that you're deaf and not hearing anything, he kind of turns in the direction of the circle down there. Norok, as you're there, you've got Obo's bones still laid out there, and you'd already kind of put the sticks up and started the kind of funerary ritual there. You see this kind of semi-translucent form begin to lift up out of them, and you do recognize Obo's face there. He kind of floats up until he's height with you. He's not floating. He still looks like his regular shape, just not quite solid. And you see him kind of give you an awkward smile, and then he sits down cross-legged on his bones. Like the bones are just kind of inside a little bit, but just kind of sitting Indian style cross-legged. I'm sure that's not a PC term anymore. There's a term for that now that is an Indian style. Anyways,
crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce.
Oh, okay, there you go. Couldn't there be a fucking adult term, like a term that adults can use that isn't racist but also isn't childlike? It seems like
Native
there ought to be
American style.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But he sits down and kind of gestures for you to sit down with him.
All right. I'll do it.
So you managed to pull this off, I see.
Yeah, well, right when we were getting ready to start this, we got attacked by a very strange-looking giant demon thing. So yeah.
Is the thinny still loud as shit outside the silence bubble?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm staying in the silence bubble.
Okay. Norok, I wouldn't say you're used to it, but you've kind of been in presence of this enough times before that it is not as disturbing, I suppose, as it would be for most others. You hear Shok kind of walking up in the distance there until he's kind of at the edge again. Seeing that he can't cross, but you probably are focused the direction where your token is anyways if you're facing it, Obo. So I was here, part of me anyways. I witnessed it, and I didn't expect you would be able to do anything about it.
Well, we weren't really sure how much luck we were going to have anyway. Our original plan was to just try to get this done and then bail out if we had to, or some other tricks that we had, but we were able to finish him off, luckily. Or it seems so, at least.
He kind of tilts his head over to one side a little bit, kind of looking over your shoulder. Is that your uncle? You believe that to be your uncle?
It's what's left of him, I guess you can say. It's his body, but he's not exactly alive anymore. He's animated some other way.
That's not him. He's here with us. I can see bits of him there, but there's a reason that our people haven't let him cross. He leans over your other shoulder and looking, if you were to turn around and look, you'd see that Avar's kind of also at the edge there. And I assume that is Caserta's boy?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to gesture. Hey, Avar, come here. It's okay to step there. You'll be able to walk like I did. Did you see me walk over there?
You see him reach up and lift this very awkward giant helmet off of his head. And he kind of is pulling on his ears, like he's trying to get something out of his ears. What did you want me to do?
Come here, buddy. If you can walk over this, just believe.
Is that a ghost? Like, is that a good ghost? He's not a bad ghost?
This is my uncle. He's a very wise old man. You should come meet him while you still can, because he won't be able to again after this. He has to go away now. So
you see him look very awkwardly, like he's not sure about stepping onto the floating spirits that are in the thinny, and he does kind of slowly begin to make his way across.
Yeah, see, you can do it.
But they're just gonna hold me up like this?
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I don't want to run. I was gonna run, but I don't want to run. He makes his way across.
Obo, this is Avar. Avar, this is Obo, my uncle.
Hi, Obo. Are you dead? And Obo just gives kind of an awkward nod. Obo looks in your direction, G. You see, so the kind of silent communication that you'd seen between the spirits above, the Mephuans, you see him looking at you, and it looks familiar for that same reason. And you hear something in your head that you recognize immediately as Obo's voice, and only you can hear it. Yeah, shit. Yeah, you'd be the only one that'd be able to hear it. And he says, "Don't lead him into the same storm that follows you."
Yeah, well, I'm hoping he'll be a little different to me. Maybe he'll just be a merchant or something like that.
Avar looks up at you. Avar looks up at you. He didn't hear what Obo said, but he did hear your verbal reply. I'm not going to be a merchant. I'm gonna kill that dragon. And Obo looks concerned.
Well, I'll look back at Obo and then say or think or whatever. Well, he is half Yogg. What do you know, or what do you expect?
How many of our people are left? Did you find that out? He's saying this out loud. And by the way, when you said half Yogg, Avar kind of stiffens for a second. He kind of looks away. He doesn't look at you. He doesn't look at Obo. He's just looking at the wall.
There's not many of us left. Not even enough for a village.
So that's it for the Entaros then?
I'm not sure how much we can rebuild, but we've made a pact with the orcs, so we're going to try to, live the winters together. Stop the fighting, at least, during that time, since there isn't a whole lot of them left either.
The Higar are honorable enough people. It's makes sense for us to band together at times like this, but if there aren't enough of us to continue, then I assume that'll be the last of our tribe at the very least.
Yeah, that pretty much ends with us, I believe, and the young one here.
He speaks silently to you again telepathically. You can't communicate to him telepathically. You get the impression, but he can communicate to you that way. Would you take him to the other tribes? What do you intend to do with him?
We have a place now where we could take him, where we have a very guarded, keep that he can stay in for now. Hopefully my adventuring days will be over before too long and, settle down. So maybe I can be a merchant or something.
While you're having this conversation, there's sound from behind you enough that it's a little bit of a distraction, and you turn over your shoulder and you see Shok, and those of you that are near there, Shok is he pulls this huge bearskin cloak off of his shoulders and just lets it fall to the ground. You now that's off where the cloak had been clasped around his neck, you can see the cut there is just it's deep, and even when the head is sitting in place, there's a good probably 3/4 of an inch of missing flesh. Like the head is not attached like at all. It's basically just held there when his head is forward and his neck is pushed forward enough. But he sets the cloak down. He pulls the greatsword and sets it down. He's kind of basically setting all of his things on the steps there, and he's kind of just standing there, and then he crosses his arms as he's facing over towards Norok and Obo. And what do you intend to do? How long are these adventuring days you've got? I mean, you saved what was left of the Entaros, it seems, but there just isn't enough left for it to matter. Except for him.
Yeah, well, if we don't keep trying to complete our goal here, then there's not going to be much of any peoples left. So
you see Obo kind of lean over to the right a little bit again over your left shoulder, and looking at Shok. And Shok, standing at the edge there, just tips forward and falls like he's trying to faceplant into the thinny, and just disappears.
I thought about. I knew that's what I was about to do, and I just couldn't decide if that's such a weird decision to try to stop or let happen. I was just kind of sitting there like, oh.
It was. You guys could hear.
Seen it?
Yeah, but you guys would have heard that what Obo was saying, that's not really him. and it seems like that.
I wouldn't have heard it. I would have just seen.
Oh, well, you're silenced. Yeah, never mind. You're inside the silence bubble. Sarah, Arteme, Nazim, you guys would have heard that Obo say that that's not really him. Whatever's there is not really him. And then Shok, after hearing that, maybe, took a few seconds and then set his things down and just dived into the thinny.
I don't think I have anything that could have stopped him from going in, so.
But Obo, still kind of settling back and looking back at Norok again. It's for the better anyway. Whatever was in there may have been just a small piece of what he was.
Yeah, he actually helped us out. So even if it wasn't really him, it was nice to somewhat see him again, just like you, one more time.
Well, know that he's not lost. He's here with us.
That's
at least the rest of him. Maybe now he'll be whole again. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I rejoin the others.
Yeah, well, with how he looked, his physical form here, I had no idea what happened to his spirit. So good to know he's right.
He kind of tilts his head a little bit, and like he turns his head to the right a little bit, like he's listening down below, listening to the thinny. Essentially, it seems you've not only did you manage to break the thing apart, but you released Core as well.
That I did not know. That was one of our intentions. He's free.
It seems so.
He actually came to me, said that he needed help, so I'm glad to know that we were able to get him out of there.
You've turned into quite the impressive specimen of our people, Norok. It's a shame there aren't enough left to venerate your name and, one day carve your head into a stone wall, but you saved at least what little there was left of us.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to, do the right thing by our people, and as you can see, my new friends over here, even though they're a third of our size, they're big in heart, and, they'll remember us, and hopefully all of us will be remembered for doing something positive here in this world. So
he gives a very short kind of curt nod, and then he looks at Avar and gives a big smile, and you see him drifting off into bits of dust, floating down into the thinny.
Cool.
All right, and we are at time, guys. Let's see, what does next week look like? I have a bunch of network rack equipment stuff that I have to do, but I don't know what week it'll be. It probably won't be next week. I think it'll probably be 15th or 22nd, maybe. I'm not sure. But sometime here soon, I'll have to do that.